Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Well, there's probably no one in here, but that's okay. You know what? We still have fun. We, meaning me, because I'm usually in here by myself, talking to myself. All right, you got to start somewhere, right? Hi, Eggnog. Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. I was going to get started earlier, but if you can't tell, my eyes are super red. I was having some allergies today. We're about to get some storms again, so hopefully my Wi-Fi holds up. Last time I tried to do a live, my Wi-Fi got knocked out, and it took a really long time to get it back on. And so I couldn't. I was too late by the time they got it back going. So I was like, yeah, I'll just try again later. So we have some drama to talk about today. Do you guys watch American Dad? You know that one bit where I guess it started with Roger, but then Klaus ends up having the little the metal sheet that sounds like thunder, people use in theater. It's like, and so anytime there's drama going on, they would be like, drama, and shake that little the thunder plastic sheet or metal sheet thing. Anyway, it's way funnier in the show. It's not as funny when I describe it. So that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, we have some drama to catch up with today. I did an entire live stream sometime last week, and it was about the whole Ethan Idubbbz drama, and we watched the interview with Idubbbz's former boxing coach. He and his wife spilled a bunch of tea, but the VOD isn't up yet because I guess there was some music somewhere in that live. We also covered Ashtray Trevino, and she has a bad habit of playing copyrighted music in the background of her videos. It makes me crazy, and so it got globally copyright blocked by UMG, which, by the way, UMG, the United Music Group, they're a bunch of crooks, because they literally will find the littlest, tiniest little snippet of any song that is licensed by them, and they will shut your shit down, and then you have to appeal it or dispute it, and I'm still waiting for them to release it. So by the time the VOD comes out, you guys, if you want to catch up on that, it's going to be old news, but I tried to put it up right after the live, and it got copyright blocked. So that's super fun. So no one can watch it. Yeah, it's just really, really frustrating. This happens a lot, especially with my channel, because I do a lot of music reactions. That's kind of what, as a musician, that wasn't what I was planning on doing with this channel, really, but it's just, those are the videos that do the best, and I really enjoy them, and I really enjoy the community I've built from those, but I also end up I have to dispute a lot of videos. So I know how this goes. It's going to take a couple days. Hopefully, it could take up to a week for them to, I think 30 days or something to approve it, which would be really, really, really frustrating, but whatever. I think it's up. I don't know if you can actually see it, though. I don't know if that just blocks it from, showing up in people's recommended or what, if that just means that you can't watch it, period. I tried to remove the little piece of music that was in there, but it was not letting me for some reason. It was giving me an error. So that's what's happening with that. Sorry, guys, we can't really, if you want to catch up, it'll be released soon, and then so this might be a little confusing if you're not caught up with all this drama. So, yeah, WillyMacShow, I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's a creator. He does commentary, basically, and he does cover just, the YouTube drama going on with, Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker and all of that, Idubbbz, all that. So he actually made a video about Idubbbz and all the stuff that's been going on, and I think there's some updates that, of videos that, just information that I have not covered yet. I don't stream. I'm getting used to streaming more. Let's just say I'm broken, none of my shit works. So sometimes my streams work out and sometimes they don't. Sometimes I have Wi-Fi problems, sometimes whatever. But Yeah, so, but I've been following all of this. I've been following it closely. I have, opinions on it, obviously, like everyone else does. But I have been following this a lot, but I haven't watched the most recent updates because I wanted to watch it on stream with you guys. I also am testing out some new, overlays and stuff. I don't know if it's going to work, so I might not be able to see the chat on my screen. I don't know. We'll see if, the whole thing, works. Obviously, no one's in the chat right now, so I won't really know. So sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. If I end up not being able to see the chat with this new overlay, then when I take a break, which I'm sure I'll take a 5-minute break here in a little bit, I'll go ahead and just put it up on the screen a different way. Because I want to be able to interact with you guys and see what you're saying. And I promise I'm not avoiding you. Like I said, I'm brand new to streaming. I'm shit with technology. And all my equipment's probably I want to say shitty. So we're going to still have fun. We're going to watch this. Let me know if you guys can't hear me, if you can't hear the sound, anything like that, and I'll adjust it. We're just learning as we go, right? That's all you can do is learn as you go. So yeah, we're going to watch the WillyMac video on Idubbbz, and then there's a little bit of drama going on between Patrick STARR, the makeup artist, and JOOLS LEBRON. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but it's the creator who was very demure, that creator. Where she was very, what was it? Very demure, very, I can't think of it right now, guys. I don't know what's going on with me today. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so there's some drama there. I'm not quite sure what the details are. We'll find out. And then I thought maybe if we had some time, we could watch some fun body cam videos or something something fun like that I have queued up because we have time tonight. I'm actually starting earlier than I did last time. I was planning on, like I said, I was planning on streaming during the day today because it's Sunday and people are just chilling. But that didn't happen. So yeah. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and get to this. Let me get it pulled up and then we will go ahead and watch the WillyMacShow, video on Idubbbz and see what's going on with all of that drama. So, okay, guys, let's go ahead. Hope you can see. There's the weather. We're about to get a storm, like I said. And yeah, let's go ahead and watch this. Okay, so this is Idubbbz Career is Over featuring Hassan and Noah Samsen. And I just want to say that Noah Samsen is such a saltine cracker of a person. He is so flat. There's just nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's he's yeah. Yeah. So, socialism and, free Palestine and, yeah. And I'm just oh my God. How do people watch him? I don't understand. He just has a flat affect and no personality, and he's so dull and so boring. But he says some off the cuff shit, but it's not even he's not entertaining. So I just don't think anything he says matters, but whatever. Apparently he's involved in this too. I mean, he's been kind of inserting himself in this drama throughout the whole thing, but I guess he's in this video. We talk about him in the video. So let's go ahead and get started. Just go ahead and let's do a full screen. I never know which one's which easier for you guys to see. All right, let's watch this.
What is happening right now? I'm seeing Idubbbz and Noah Samsen add Ethan receiving human skulls in the mail is just a funny meme.
Your opinion?
Yeah, Ethan Klein and his wife ended up, someone sent them actual human skulls in the mail, which is so fucking weird. If you did that, you're a fucking weirdo. I work in a maximum security state prison. I worked on death row for a year, and I don't even that's something one of those guys would have done, Yeah. If you do something like, I don't know, just if you do something like that, like, get a life. Like, do you have nothing better to do? Because I personally see that as a threat. But yeah, like, why are you such a weirdo? Stop doing shit like that. Like, people are so invested. Like, I'm invested in this drama, but, like, I don't care enough to, like, threaten someone's life. Are you stupid? Like, God, people have like unemployed behavior for sure.
On the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that.
Humorous?
Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or something like that. That made it funny.
Just like a...
Why does Noah Samson have a Melanie Martinez hair dye job? The fuck? It looks like he ran out of bleach and just was like, it works. That'll do. I like a split dye, but like, he didn't even tone the yellow out. Oh, Jesus Christ.
A death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah.
Which is the moment. If he hadn't been like, no, I'm kidding.
Yes, the threat is motivated.
He would have been right.
Community slandering Ethan as a racist who loves genocide. The threat so obviously is, you don't know who we are, but we know where you and your family live. I thought Ian would be empathetic towards this, since he thought Sam Hyde was gonna kill him for no reason.
That was the craziest thing, because Anissa said to me, she's like, Kate, you don't understand. Ian and I both believe that Sam Hyde would really come and find me and would actually murder
Hassan Parker! Hold on a minute. Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna... Hold on. We have to look up this clip, because this clip is actually, I think, really funny. The Sam Hyde clip where he goes and, like, makes that meme about Hassan Piker. He's like, I'm gonna kill you in Los Angeles, in your house. Hold on, let me find it. My daughter just went, there's a KFC in Yemen. Pastor, you're so funny. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Let me pull it up. This is so funny. Let's just watch this.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life.
No, in real life.
I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat.
What?
Like the ancient Irish did.
What?
Well, that's your winner, Sam.
Like, like the Irish did. We did. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Like, it was just stupid. Like, he kept going, oh, where's his makeup and his dresses? Like, what is he talking about? I don't know. I personally thought that was funny. That's who they're talking about. It's the Sam Hyde they're talking about. Just like, if you guys have seen that meme, that's who they mean.
me. So that's the reason why we have to take all these precautions. And I'm just like, are you sure?
I'm coming to kill you.
Look at
there
you.
it is. I didn't even have to look it up, honestly.
Get your blood pressure in check.
Also join as a member so I can afford premium and we can skip these ads or not have ads.
I was like, I think the guy's a millionaire. I was like, I don't think he's going to risk his freedom to kill you.
Meanwhile, 2 staffers at the Israeli embassy were killed in the name of stopping a genocide. The same thing these guys accuse Ethan and his family of defending. But Ethan's crazy for being worried.
No, this is a hallucination. I will say it once again. If I don't think it's appropriate for someone to call CPS on Ethan Klein, why the f would I ever think it's appropriate for someone to kill Ethan Klein? Are you stupid? Of course, that is insane.
No, but you'd still praise them and hop on teams with them. Bad Empanada is encouraging people to continue to make false CPS calls to Ethan and Gila.
That guy literally had to run to Argentina like the Nazis did because he was like saying such like unhinged, crazy fucking psychopath shit. He's on like some kind of government like watch list or want list or something, but yeah, he had to move to Argentina because he's such a fucking weirdo.
Acting like it's a big joke.
Hello, is this Child Protective Services?
That's so fucked up. That's not funny.
I'd like to report a case of endemic dog infestation. And
you can tell he doesn't have kids.
Two Zionists, then, as we all know. Zionists are baby killers, so I think this is a very dangerous
or if he does, he's a shit dad.
Given the dog and the Zionists keep those kids safe.
This might be funny if it wasn't actually happening. This guy is also a serial doxer. He's doxing people on Twitter right now as we speak. It's so wild to me that we have this group of people that have devolved into this mentality where lying is completely okay. Hassan's biggest fan account is spreading the lie that Asman killed his mom. Just makes it up. Even Frogan, the least relevant Hassan groupie, is completely lying about her pet.
I call Frogan Isis Ash Trevino. Where's the lie?
Saying veterans deserved PTSD.
I'm a live
this
streamer
dumb
as well.
bitch.
I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said,
bitch, you didn't misspeak. You literally said, I hope you get PTSD. Oh, beast. Like, shut up, bitch. My dad was a Vietnam vet, and he would always be like, I might not agree with what they say, but I fought for their right to say it. He's a better person than me. He was a better person than I am, because I wouldn't give her that much fucking grace at all. Like, you're sitting there in your, like, little trap house and with your little Temu light behind you, and you're talking shit about the people who fought for your right to sit there and talk shit on them. Like, fuck off.
the thing about the U.S. military.
Bro, you didn't misspeak. You were serious.
I will never
exactly
for any soldiers. The U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. I hope you get PTSD.
Well, she's like, boo fucking who?
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Bitch, you don't have health insurance either.
Doubled down the next day laughing at what you said.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
These people are such cry bullies. If you aren't 100% with them, you're against them. A Twitter account posts that Hassan was banned for a day. Well, Hassan frames
a whole day.
Agent of Israel. Hassan replies, every blue check power farmer is an Israeli dick rider on this website. This guy didn't say anything. All he did was report your ban.
Yeah.
A blue check mark. Frogan sees Asman speak mildly about political content on Twitch. In Frogan's eyes, he's discriminating against her.
If I wanted to optimize ad revenue, you know what I would do? I'd ban politics. The odds are that me and Hassan and Tectone and Frogan and Denims and Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems on the entire...
No, but listen, he's not wrong. And you know what? Like, if I hadn't actually just, like, taken a minute to, like, watch one or two of his streams, Asmongold's streams... I don't know. Maybe I would have had the idea that he was far right wing or whatever, because that's like all these people keep saying, oh, he's a right wing, blah, blah, Nazi, blah, blah, blah. And I actually watched him and he was like, no, I think he said he liked Bernie Sanders and he's like, I support a women's right to choose. And I'm like, he seemed very like in the middle, which is like where I'm at. Like I'm kind of like middle left. He's not far right at all. So yeah, these people just are always like attacking him and calling him a Nazi. And I'm like, where? Like, he has some pretty fair takes on things. I think that's why he's bigger than Hassan. It pisses Hassan off.
Your website.
Honestly, facts. Rogan tweets, you consider me political because I wear a hijab. I am not like you and don't make political content anywhere. But typing a tweet once in a while.
It's the shit you say.
What reality is she living in? No one mentioned your hijab. Now we have
no one. We don't care.
Idubbbz, who's consistently used Creator Clash as a way to shield criticism because it's a charity event.
It's disappointing and it makes me sick to see him, like, you know, using the event as a way to, like...
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money to get everything done.
It's getting bad on here, guys. It's getting rough out here on YouTube. I might have to get an ad blocker.
Or whatever.
The new management of Creator Clash 3 revealed that Ian and Anissa were taking 34% of the profit from this event. Was Ian really concerned about his charity possibly failing, or did he only care about his bottom line?
Don't worry, Eli. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak
what a nice This guy.
The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
He thought he was cooking with this. Since then, Freddie Wong seemingly dropped out of the event. After seeing Ian drag Creator Clash through this drama, both the fighters from the main event dropped out of Creator Clash.
I'm not boxing.
Blaming Ian for it. The event went from an arena that hosted 20,000 people to one that has a capacity of 4,000. A reputable harm has been done to this charity event. Everyone rightfully blames Ian and Anissa, but the funniest part is it's barely a charity event at all. Ian responded on Reddit, "We restructured so the funds for our charity partner would be raised on Tiltify, separate and apart from the actual event. The Tiltify is essentially when you go to Walmart checkout and ask you to round up $1 for charity. That's the extent of the charity aspect. People joke that this event would be a disaster like TanaCon.
You're saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon?
But TanaCon's problem was that too many people showed up.
Yeah, people actually wanted to be there.
Yes, this is the actual venue. To hear him cry about, oh, this charity event's getting ruined when no pay-per-view sales, ticket sales, or
they don't even promote it
going to charity is a whole nother level of dishonesty.
What was the charity for? Like cancer research, or I don't even remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
I remember.
Cancer is bad. Comes below. I don't like this guy, and I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about cancer is bad, because I don't really care about either, but I'm more likely to make videos out of that guy, and whoever gets in the way of that, even if it's kids with cancer, fuck them.
Noah, do you know?
He's literally one of the dumbest people on the internet. Like, I told you there's nothing behind this. There's nothing behind this or this. Like, he's just, what? Fucking word salad shit.
You not know cancer is bad? Are you unaware? Oh, sorry, guys. Can't criticize Ian. There's this crazy disease nobody's heard of called cancer.
My dad died of cancer. It is bad.
This has been a disastrous event. It's worthy of criticism.
The way I see it is I think the common defense from the other side would be something along the lines of, like, don't use charity as a shield. But I think they completely missed the point that it's like, it's not a shield. It's just like, hurt me as much as you want. You know, it's basically saying, like, you do not have a case. You are not winning. You are not hurting me. So you're trying to find other ways to hurt me. You are like, you're kind of by attacking this other thing.
The cope is crazy.
This other thing, you are proving that nothing's working. You know?
Huh?
Yeah.
And
oh man.
Yeah. Oh man. That was completely retarded. Your own fighters are dropping out of the event. You think it's all malicious? They just want to hurt you. All of this genuine criticism is just a lie to you. Here's what.
Everyone's against you. Every single person just wants to make you miserable and ruin your whole event for no reason at all. It has nothing to do with you or the things you've been saying or the choices you've been making or the people you've been hanging out with. Nope. Everybody is just, you're just a victim and everybody's just out to get you, Idubbbz.
Wade, one of the commentators, talking about how misled
You're telling people it's a charity event. Stop telling people that, because it's not what it is.
Yeah.
That was the whole issue with the lack of communication behind number 1 and 2. That it's a charity event, charity event, charity event. It's not a charity event. It's a boxing event that you are perpendicularly associating with a separate charity that has nothing to do with people buying the boxing event. I was a part of the event and didn't know any of this. I didn't know where the money is going, outside of the fact that I was offered and said no.
Jay LeRae, one of the fighters, didn't understand that this wasn't a charity event.
Those of you that don't know, I'm going to be boxing in Creator Clash 3 in Tampa, Florida this June 28th. I'm very excited. You can grab your tickets now. In-person tickets are on sale and pay-per-view tickets are on sale as well. You can go grab pay-per-view tickets now. All proceeds from this event are going to Stand Up.
She said all.
That is just not true. The proceeds are profit for the organizers. Only the Tiltify money goes to charity. What was Ian's response in his newest video? Well, it's just a miscommunication.
I have felt extremely handcuffed by Creator Clash these past years because I'm not an expert communicator and I don't know how to convey things, not over-communicate.
Not an expert Aren't you a commentary channel? Hold on. I'm not an expert communicator. Says the guy with the YouTube channel. Okay.
Not do all these things that potentially put the event at risk and put other people at risk. And that's kind of why I wanted to step away from this event. It feels like it's inhibiting my ability, like the business side of things, like inhibits my ability to communicate openly and effectively, especially when there's so many people counting on me to do that well.
You don't have to be an expert communicator to let people know that this is a for-profit event. The
Yeah.
new people that took over made it clear in just a few lines on the transparency page of the Creator Clash website. When things evolve, each new iteration is supposed to get better, like phones or tools, not Creator Clash. The fourth one's going to be held in Ian's backyard. But the best example of evolution might be Exter Wallet. Exter is innovating the wallet game with a slim, slick design. A button that makes all your...
There's nothing...
now for...
Oh, Jesus. This is the third one, you guys. This is actually crazy. Hold on. I had an ad blocker at one point, but like YouTube wouldn't load when I would use it. It would be like, you can't use that. I'm like, I'm not paying $14 a month for fucking premium. Are you crazy? Anyway, that's my bitch fest for a second.
For moves to be made to make sure this event isn't a complete financial failure.
But another part of it as well is that the contract wasn't structured in a way that the profit share could just directly go to charity. It was told to us, like, you could just donate your portion of the profit share to charity after the event. So we were like, okay, fine. Now, I know some people will find it hard to believe that Anissa and I were just going to give our portion of the profit share to charity. There's nothing I could really say to, I think, convince them otherwise. It was up to our discretion at the end of the day.
The reasoning is so weird. We took profit knowing that the event would fail, but if it somehow succeeded, we would donate that money anyway. You just have to trust us on that. Why not just have that in the contract? Instead of it going to you and Anissa, it goes to charity. Can it not be written in? Am I missing something? Brother, you and your wife aren't exactly known as honest people.
I'm very happy that, this year money is being raised for charity, and I'm glad to know that it's already more successful than year 2. Mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
That money wasn't raised by you. It was raised by Hassan reacting to Ethan's content nuke. If you don't host your event at all, that money still goes to charity. You've done nothing.
Go figure. The white guy 8 years later is like, I think Anita Sarkeesian was kind of onto something. There's a lot of assholes on the internet, and they're kind of misogynistic
like you
too, I think. It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
Whenever you're around Anissa, you look like an abuser.
The love of a woman. Like, what the fuck? This is what the love of a woman does to him. Okay.
Dog.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like.
She's so mean to him.
You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
You know, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
he's
spend.
at a cafe. Burton, has he...
That's the face of a man who's been beaten down. He looks like they've been married for 25 years and he's just like, I don't even hear her anymore. Oh my god. That's
He always
hilarious.
had IBS. Ian's just looking like a shriveled. You look like the grandma from SpongeBob.
She's not wrong.
The chocolate grandma. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what's happening. He has
Chocolate.
He doesn't even know how to speak for himself anymore. His boxing coach is telling stories on how Anissa tells Ian when he's hungry.
One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
Do you feel like
Is she wearing him like a skin suit? Oh my god.
speak too much for you? Like in this,
I don't think so. You know me better than like I think it's a weird.
Seconds right hand, Alex.
The cope is crazy.
The reason Anissa does it is because typically,
Mhm.
whatever the topic is, she's filling in the blank. Because I don't say it for myself. I think a lot of the times.
Oh my god.
You know, my head's in a
That's
different
true.
space.
You're not kind to yourself.
Wow.
You've never been kind to yourself.
Oh my god.
And you'll never share. Like if you're in a room with a bunch of people and people are talking about like what they accomplish or what they've done, you'll never ever speak up about that.
Does she change your diapers too? Now, I don't know how much weight to put into what this guy's saying. Maybe he's just angry and trying to get back at them for some reason. But now there's another story about Ian getting cucked, no meme.
I've heard is that she was hitting on one of his sparring partners and was obsessed with him and gave him a VIP pass to the event.
A lot of his sparring partners got the passes, but she definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. And then even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it. And then
I want to say that I want to say that before. So Anissa never gave
She hates him
training Ian at all, but she put on.
She hates Ian. Anissa hates Ian. She hates him. You do not treat someone you like this way.
Up the first video of Ian getting hit, rocked in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush.
Anissa allegedly flew out over 300 creators to the event with no requirement to promote it.
He's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole.
Whoa!
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the fighters would have liked to have known that. I don't think none of them needed to be in the dark about that, you know?
Their pay-per-view sales were behind and they were still spending money.
But they weren't honest about the fact that they were spending the money from the ticket sales on the hotel, on flying people in, on all these other things. So it was just like...
So those decisions, the gala
That's
decisions
crazy.
were made while in the red.
You guys know how expensive a hotel room is for one night? Like even like a mid-level one. Like they're expensive. So you're take that times, depending on how nice the hotel was, times 300 people. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. And they're all people who aren't fighting or don't really have anything to do with it. So it's just a waste of money. They just wasted money. Hemorrhaged it.
Yes.
I have a question about that.
First of all, they rented the hotel for over 300 creators.
That's crazy.
And flew a lot of them in. When the first year it was much
tickets
more scaled back.
Ian can't edit a video anymore, so he flies out to editors.
And then the second year, they did that full hotel for 300 creators. They flew a lot of people in. One of the people they flew in was Froggy Tonic, and they flew him in from France.
What?
That's insane.
Real results.
This is the 5th ad in the past 10 minutes. This is craziness. Join as a member so I can get premium.
That he was there to salvage the documentary.
Ian and Anissa haven't responded to these latest allegations, but they did defend their tattoos. Priorities.
Cool. It doesn't really matter what I do, because I'll always stay stuck as a fool. I'll never be cool.
It really is remarkable how everything Ian says is projection.
Their tattoos.
Donut revealed in his podcast that Ian stopped.
Donut operator? Okay. He looks exactly like my daughter's dad, and my daughter's dad is a firearms instructor and law enforcement, and it's just funny because every time I see him, I'm like, it looks like Mabes. Oh, no, I like Donut Operator. I think he's cool as shit. I follow him. Yeah, he's, I like his body cam, his live. He has a 24/7, it just shows body cam videos channel on YouTube. I think that's pretty fun.
Talking to him because he made an OnlyFans joke.
He went to a range day with me one time.
He looks so much like Mayberry.
And stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat. Well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating steak.
That's something he would do.
See, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have.
That's funny.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing boxers underneath. And I'd reach down and be like, this is my OnlyFans. And this is my 5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And
that's funny.
I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and said I was making fun of Anissa, and I wasn't.
How do you take that personally? How did he take that personally? That is the reach. He was reaching on that. That's crazy. How do you take that personally? It's just a funny joke. Oh my god.
Isn't it? I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID.
And you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was, he
Shit
said stuff like that.
God.
Since that was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah,
That's
I've texted him and tried to
crazy.
reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Ian's response is to say, conveniently leaving out that your girlfriend at the time was pursuing OnlyFans, but you were too pussy.
It's probably for the best he doesn't talk to you anymore, donut operator, honestly. Like, you're better off without this loser.
To deal with the criticism, so you made a parody account. No, I don't want to be friends with a coward. How is any of that a relevant response? Should Donut Operator have uploaded a video like you did, talking about how intelligent he is for letting his wife do OnlyFans?
But I'm cool with it. You do realize there are guys out there in private right now jacking off to your girlfriend. But I guess it's out of sight, out of mind, it's not a problem.
Yeah, Ian wants to see it.
Let me have my hope. I want to believe he's too intelligent for this. Intelligence has nothing to do with it, but I will say this. If you want to retain hope that I'm intelligent, this is the most intelligent thing I've probably ever done, is revealing this side of me.
The bar's real low, huh? Bro's only real-world experience was working at Legoland. This man just said it was the most intelligent thing he's ever done. Donut Operator, you're missing out. You could be Ian. The content has been nothing but a failure. It's done harm to everyone associated with Ian, so the new narrative is to hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians.
Pretty much.
The content cop was about Israel-Palestine the whole time.
I even hate calling...
There's never going to be peace in the Middle East while we're all alive, so people just need to fucking relax.
It drama, because at the end of the day, it was you kind of taking a stand of being pro-Palestine. I don't think that's drama necessarily, but the way that
it's performative.
Talking about this, people like Ethan and some people on Twitter that cover this make it about themselves so often when that's not what any of this is about, like...
I'm sorry that I'm such a fucking nasty person who just wants to
roll
around in the shit.
There's people in Palestine dying every fucking day. I think over the weekend...
We know!
Just on Saturday alone,
We know! We fucking know! Oh my god!
Over 100 people were bombed
Jesus Christ.
And killed.
I can show... your tattoos and
they're bombed and killed in Ukraine
or
too.
I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution subreddit.
What was the impulse to finally take a stand?
Yeah, well, I think Ethan made it really
clout and the ability to be performative. That's it. That's literally, you cannot tell me he actually cares about Palestine. You cannot tell me that Idubbbz, the guy who said say N-word, actually fucking cares about Palestine. He saw an opportunity because he was reviewing Cheez-Its on YouTube. He saw an opportunity to get some more, I don't know, shit drummed up. I don't know if he just thought, oh, I can ride this clout train for a minute, make a little bit of money. I don't know, but you cannot tell me that he actually fucking cares.
easy for me. I think honestly the only
I think he wanted to get
made me
into it with Ethan.
Any of it was how it affects other people.
Ethan was mad because people were calling CPS on his children, and the content cop was acting like Ethan was lashing out for no reason. But now that he was criticized, suddenly he's a big advocate for Palestine. The only time he talked about it is when he said Anissa's half Irish and half Lebanese, so that makes her an expert.
I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know.
So James Connolly, who was, executed by firing squad by the English during the Easter Uprising in Ireland. My last name is Connolly. He's a direct relative of mine. My grandpa used to hide Lee Enfield rifles in his sharks that he would catch. My family still lives in the Gaeltacht, in Carna area of Western Ireland. My dad's buried there. And my grandpa would hide the rifles and take them to the fighters during the War of Independence. And my grandma would take correspondence between the Irish Republican Brotherhood members on her bike across Western Ireland. My family was very involved in the independence of Ireland, and that literally is so irrelevant to what they're fucking trying to bring up and talk about and use. Well, my wife is half Irish, so she understands the plight of... Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Does she actually, does she have family who were involved in the fighting? Were they there during the Troubles? Does she have any family that's still over there? Okay, if the answer is no to any of those, then it's completely irrelevant. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. Has she been in America her whole life and have family members that, like, have distant, like, relations to Ireland? Then she doesn't fucking know. So stop weaponizing the plight of what the people of Ireland go through and have been through to make a point on YouTube. It pisses me off. I'm so sick of, like, I've seen other people, like Adam McIntyre did it, and yeah, he has a little bit more to go on because he does live in Northern Ireland and there is a lot of unrest there. But, like, just weaponizing what the Irish have been through, especially when I had family members who died in, like, recent history. I had family members who died because of the English and because of all of the trouble going on over in Ireland for the past, for centuries. Like, my family has lived on the same land in Western Ireland that they've lived on since the 1400s. Like I said, my dad's buried right there in the same family graveyard we've had since the 1400s. Like, I hate listening to people weaponize what, the Irish people have fought and died for to make a point on YouTube. It just pisses me off. It's just like, it's so stupid. Like, stop it. Stop. It's not helping anything.
Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish. For anyone unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide. On the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF. So Anissa is very well familiar with the propaganda and the shit coming out of Israel.
When called out for this by the entire internet, Ian acts like he's above it all.
Yeah, I'm like definitely a loser.
Irrelevant.
To, like, a huge swath of people online.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care to be a winner in their eyes.
I don't care.
They're fucking, like, these, like, sleeves on their boom arms are so stupid. It pisses me off every time I see this. I'm like, this is so stupid looking. Please fucking get rid of it. Get rid of your whole podcast.
Oh, I gotta kind of reconcile with my past moments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I relate in that way, but then I also relate in the way that it's hard. It's hard to be funny. And I can tell that bro really,
it's not.
Like, admires, like, a lot of these comedians that he's had on his show. I think he wants to, be something special. I think he wants to be an entertainer.
Projection.
But, like it's gonna take a lot of fucking, like, pain and hurt to actually discover who the fuck you are, because I don't think he knows who he is, to be honest. Like it wasn't overnight, like, me gaining my confidence back. And I'm still probably not all the way there, but...
This guy projects more than a movie theater. Yeah, Ethan should have followed your podcast format, where you hide all your new episodes on Patreon. They've figured out a way to argue that them making boring content somehow makes them a better person. I've subscribed to their Patreon, and their podcast was so mundane, I couldn't bother to slog through it. This was the highlight.
I would say there's some options that you don't think about as existing, especially when you're younger. I didn't think about how I could put an egg in my ramen.
Yeah.
I never considered
that.
What? And it always felt like it was a little bit, like, lacking something. Like, I wanted to put something like cheese in there.
Mm-hmm.
But Fluffy put me on to putting an egg in there. I mean, he chefed it up quite a bit. He, like, would go through the effort of, like, cutting up some green onions and stuff.
Yeah.
And putting it in
wow.
there.
He was really
Yawn.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do more. And I think that's, to be honest, what a lot of, like... I think that's such a positive avenue for people who are struggling with their weight.
How are they morally grandstanding on getting less views? They act like Ian's video saved the sex industry.
When the OnlyFans shit happened and everybody was shitting their pants about me having an OnlyFans, there were some content creators that suggested to Ian, like, the move is to make your own OnlyFans and go in there and fucking just start posting on OnlyFans and make it a big joke. And, like, that's what people want to see. That's what's going to be entertaining. And, like, yeah, we understand what the, like, politically correct, not politically correct, strategically correct move is, but for, in that instance, for the sex working community, that would harm them so, like, so much more than, like, it would help us.
That's the biggest frustration, is that people don't really, it's like, I'm the one who made all of these videos in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the game.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like, the suggestion of, like, making the OnlyFans thing a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, that's so obvious to do that.
Yeah.
But the people who suggested that shit to me are f***ing losers. If you're watching this, you're a
What? Whoa, this is actually out of control, YouTube. I'm gonna complain about it every time. Like, it's dumb.
loser.
Oh no, this guy thinks I'm a loser.
I'm gay.
Who would have thought that this would have been the peak of Ian's career? The biggest cope in Ian's video was him saying tons of people agree with him. They just didn't leave a comment or make a video because they're too busy.
I think all of the people who are like, who is like literally winning the argument and who is like presenting a better case. I think a lot of those people are just silent, you know? At most, they're clicking like on a video, but they're not gonna fucking put in like the labor to like make sure their guy wins or their girl wins, you know? They're just gonna fucking kind of move on because they got a life.
He's trying so hard to convince himself he's in the right.
Know that other commentary channels, regular people, when they're trying to get a temperature check about how people feel about this, they're gonna like, you know, if the like dislike isn't giving them much of a vibe, they are gonna go to the comments and they are going to use that as a template for how they should feel about it. Not in all cases, but you know, they want to have an understanding. They want to be tapped in because
regular people don't know how to think for themselves. You're totally right. They have to have the YouTube comments tell them what to think. Do you hear yourself?
I think a lot of people, that is like it's important, you know. I want to know what people are thinking about a video. But I think there's a big force of really loud people in the comments, and they scare people away. And especially if it's brigaded fast and quickly, like within the first 24 hours of it being uploaded.
Or maybe it's because your video sucks, but
there's been a lot of people to put out
no, it's the comment section.
Commentary videos about Ethan, and they go bye-bye.
Like who?
Like they're like, this, I do not want the smoke, I do not want the heat. And even if it's like not genuine
like
at
who?
all, it's like there are people out there in different communities that are like, I'm gonna get on this shit, and I'm going to make them feel like the internet's against them and this is the fucking end of their career.
Bro, just name somebody.
Yeah.
Which videos are, I mean, do any come to mind specifically?
I mean, I think the left, or the Snark, basically Snark has like kept track of them. There was like one smaller commentary channel. I think they may have focused on like fucking
what?
Like Ethan's topics.
Spit it out!
Ethan talking about Markiplier, maybe?
Spit it out!
Specifically, but that one got nuked. There was a woman who made one. Oompaville was another one.
We got one name and it's Oompaville. Now, I like Oompaville, but he prefaced his video by saying, I don't know anything about the drama. I'm not going to look into it any farther. And he just sided with Ian on most things. He just says, I don't know the whole time.
I don't know. I really don't know the point of this video. I don't know what's going on. But it's very epic, though.
Okay.
A lot of calling out of hypocrisy, but everyone's always hypocritical. If you're speaking and you're critiquing things and you're judging people, you're always going to be hypocritical, no matter what. Like, it's not possible to not do that.
I don't know what that means.
I apparently did.
Papa Gut. I like him. I follow him.
Incredible. Incredible.
Papa Gut, he might have a little bit of crass humor, but he has some really fair takes on things. Like, very, very fair.
Incredible. Hey guys, I'm gonna watch watch the Idubbbz video, and I'm gonna pretty much take all of it as fact, whatever Idubbbz says, and then any criticism though, I'm pretty much just not gonna fact check it. It's pretty cool, man. I love it.
When people pointed out how lazy his video was, he co-posted by saying he touches too much grass. Dude, you only had to watch like 20 minutes of the H3 podcast to get his side of things. Is that too much work for you?
Find his post interesting.
Apparently.
Remove today's video. Why? Because I felt like it. I'm gonna start doing that more. I'm married. I can do whatever I want. Okay. Also, a lot of people expected a lot of research and taking it very seriously, and I can't do that while maintaining a positive mental state and touching grass and remaining employed. So
he made a video that sucked and was called out for missing basic things like CPS.
How do people like this, like, get a following? People expected me to do research and actually get my facts straight and actually know what's going on. But, like, I'm married. I can do what the fuck I want. How do these people get, how do they get people, like, following them? Like, just that attitude alone turns me off to like anything that guy says at all. Like,
getting called, but that's the only way you could think this content cop was good, is if you're missing context.
Yeah.
His video is on how he doesn't like concern trolling.
Ultimately, concern trolling is just saying something in bad faith. It's very similar to tone policing or sea lioning.
Which is so ironic because all he did his entire video was concern troll Ethan
Yes!
and Crazy Makeup. Now, Ethan famously has Tourette's, so what's the most empathetic couple on YouTube?
Dude, I had a traumatic brain injury, and so I have tics. I don't know if you guys will see it in my face. But like it actually like physically hurts, like mentally and physically hurts if you don't tick sometimes, and like you know you're doing it, and you can't stop you can't stop yourself, you can't stop, and like it is so frustrating. So I totally get that, and I just hate it when I see people being like, "Oh, Ethan's on drugs and all this stuff," and I'm like, he very clearly has said that he has Tourette's, like. And so then it makes me be like, God, what do they think about my tics? Like, do people think I'm on drugs? Because when I tick, like, it's so, like, annoying to me, like, to listen to people say shit about that.
Tweet out now that he's become their enemy? Drugs? Okay, it's time for loved ones to step up for real. Parents, partners, someone. I'm saying this so genuinely. It's okay to ask for help. Please get help. I criticized Idubbbz earlier in my video for chiming in without looking into anything. But that's the entire strategy Idubbbz, Hassan, and Denims entirely operate with. You lie, and then you lie to get out of the lie while continuing to lie. And then you convince
call him out,
doesn't
Willy.
know what's going on that your critics are pro-genocide and are just crazy. The streamer watched an out-of-context TikTok thinking Denims getting called a waiting room was because she wasn't pregnant.
But just some of the stuff that he says about women too, I genuinely don't know how anybody even wants to work for him at this point. It's like actually insane. He's like, what did he say? I saw some clip of him saying something about a woman, waiting room. He called her a waiting room because she hasn't had kids yet. Huh?
What?
It's called a waiting room because people wait in her stream until Hassan starts. It has nothing to do with her being a woman. But Ethan's sexist now to everyone who watches these TikToks. Even Meat Canyon, who's just trying to be down the middle, is helping Hassan because this is not a down the middle drama.
I don't think that either side's really
Dude,
fucking...
It literally, like, I was so disappointed to see Meat Canyon say this, and also not only just take the middle of the road, which, whatever, like, I get it, but, like, he almost kind of seemed to, like, side with the whole, like, against Ethan and all of that. And I'm like, if you actually have enough, if you do, not even just do your research, if you just pay attention to, like, Ethan's side and the other side, like Idubbbz and Hassan's side, then, and, like, get all the information that you can, you would understand, like, how Ethan's not really wrong. But the people who are like, I don't know, they just don't have the information, I guess. I don't know.
You know, that fucking great, if I'm being honest. I feel like there's a lot of oopsie daisies, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. The problem is he has no... He cannot... He can never say that he's wrong about anything. He says
it all the time when he's wrong.
That's the biggest problem with all of these people. Nobody can just be
He
like,
admits all the time when he's wrong.
This is fucked up. I shouldn't be overreacting to this.
I agree that this is a problem online, but it doesn't apply to Ethan in this drama. He's the only one that has corrected information when he's wrong.
Let me respond.
Exactly.
I agree with you. I think that my characterization of it as a utopia, like in that moment, was distasteful, and I wish that I had said that differently. And I see that it came off bad. It came off bad, and I was wrong on that one. I totally agree. Watching that clip back, I'm regretful about how I spoke about it. And I think I did say that, and I think that was wrong. I was incorrect on
you've
that.
said that numerous times. You actually said you ChatGPT'd against AB when AB was like, I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, by the way, I that's something I looked into, and I was actually wrong about that, for sure.
But Hassan and these other people will lie and then continue to double down on it. Some of these lies go back over 3 years. I've documented this.
It's getting bright behind me. Sorry, guys.
Particularly relevant is that Ethan is this ultra-Zionist genocide defender. Sometimes it's because he doesn't cite an exact figure.
You compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war.
The figure he cites is wrong.
Effective.
Okay, Salty and Cracker Man.
More than innovation.
That's what I'm going to call him now, Salty and Cracker Man, because he is so
Credible
boring.
estimates have placed the full scale of the slaughter in Gaza at over 65,000 deaths due to traumatic injury alone.
Like, listen to the excitement in his voice about what he's talking about. He's a salty and cracker of a man.
But when Ethan's video came out, this was a common estimate given by outlets. Another time, Hassan disagreed with one of the 2 organizations that Ethan donated money to.
His organization that Ethan donated to and urged his fans to donate to is not a fucking charity. They gave money directly to the Atlantic Council under the false notion that they were giving money to a Palestinian charity.
But if you watch the original broadcast, this guy is completely transparent.
I work at the Atlantic Council.
Yeah.
I am a resident senior fellow, but also I run Realign for Palestine through the Atlantic Council, and I have a we have like our own standalone website, realignforpalestine.org. There is a donate button, and yeah, so like you're certainly folks can donate there, but also I would encourage folks to consider the World Food Program has a Gaza Appeals page that is dedicated just for, here, I'm going to give you the page, that is dedicated for sending food just for Gaza.
Hassan even advocates for the same charity they promoted.
Yeah, the World Food Program is one of the actual humanitarian foundations that they lead.
So Hassan mischaracterizes this entire situation and then crashes out, partially because Gila describes people living in Gaza as Gazans.
It's really crazy how Hassan, like, just...
He calls people Gazans all the time.
Oh my god. Oh, they're so gross, dude. They're such...
He calls people Gazans all the time!
Genocidal propagandists. Oh my god. Oh, it's crazy how Hassan doesn't want us to help the Palestinians. Wait, did she even say Palestinians? Hold on, maybe she did.
It's really crazy how Hassan, like...
Real quick, guys, sorry. The sun is setting behind me, and I have no way to, like... stop it. It'll be gone in like, give it like 20 minutes. It'll be better. I'm gonna be a little washed out for a minute. Also, I don't know why my camera looks so shit, but whatever.
Just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
Oh, she didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans. Yeah. Here, another great way to figure out Ahmed Al-Khatib being a bad faith actor is that he calls himself a Gazan American. He doesn't even call himself a Palestinian American.
Why is he making it a big deal? The coverage he watches does it every day.
The Gazans.
Yeah.
Thousands of starved Gazans.
The future of Gazans.
Gazan children. They're pressuring the Gazans.
Displaced Gazans.
Hassan has tweeted it several times.
Yeah.
Himself has described Palestinians living in Gaza as Gazans.
There
Yeah.
are a lot of Israelis that do want the Israeli civilians to die, and certainly the Gazan civilians to die as well.
Right.
Gazans did not have access to... Oh, she didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans. Oh, they're so gross, dude.
But the biggest sin Ethan committed was not liking a slogan.
You were talking about from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And
So like at worst, the worst interpretation of that would be like someone like Hamas or Hezbollah or like terrorist organizations who are like, yeah, we want to actually kill everybody there. That's the worst interpretation of it. I know that there's a lot of people, obviously, vast majority of people who do say that don't want to kill all the Jews there, right?
They're such disgusting genocidal propagandists. Oh my god.
Does he really deserve that label? I'm sure there's plenty of things to criticize Ethan for, but these people are labeling him as something that he's not. He agrees with them on all the biggest points.
And the government of Israel is a colossal failure. Netanyahu's a war criminal, a fucking psycho. Into the genocide happening by settler fucking lunatics, and they're hellbent on genocide, frankly, overtly. They've committed tons of war crimes in Gaza, including the killing of children, obviously, because Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world. I'm pulled myself all the way to, outright saying that it's apartheid, that it's genocide, that the Israeli government is committing. What's happening in Gaza is a terrible humanitarian crisis that we should all care about. If you're pro-genocide, then we're definitely going to have a disagreement.
Bro, all of these comments on every video call him a genocide supporter because he doesn't like every single thing these guys say and do.
That's because the commenters are all fucking teenagers. Or people who have, like, no understanding of, like, any type of, I don't know, just, like, any of the foreign conflicts going on. They don't actually know anything about it. They just know what they hear on fucking Twitter. They're a bunch of children, basically.
I don't know what's going on. But ever since October 7th, it's like I'm nothing more or less than a Zionist genocide supporter. Nothing.
Genocidal propagandists. Oh my god.
At what point are they just slandering him? And the most cowardly part is they hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians
Agreed.
to avoid any accountability on this.
Agreed. It's wild because the political content creator in question is an anti-genocide content creator, and the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves
Are you really anti-genocide if you platform and support terrorist organizations? Because, pretty sure they kill a lot of people. So, I'm just saying.
In opposition to him and his arguments, de facto positioning themselves on the pro-genocide side. You know, anti-genocide is pro-genocide. It's quite the precarious predicament they've placed themselves in.
He's twisting himself into a pretzel trying to explain it. You can't criticize Hassan, otherwise you're pro-genocide. It's so stupid. I watched Noah Sampson's most recent video about Ethan Klein and Mudahar suing him for defamation, and I was blown away when I heard his explanation for why Mudahar is pro-genocide. It's because he criticized Hassan for his Houthi interview. One of the worst interviews in all of YouTube. I have an entire video on it.
It's terrible.
Does he know what One Piece is?
Badger, say it. There's a KFC in Yemen. No way, dude. There's a KFC in Yemen. Sorry.
Is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Nerd.
Lofi?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
Hassan's a nerd.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes.
I think he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him. Yeah.
So what? I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
To be clear, we're talking about a man they took hostage.
Yeah.
America's like America's like blowing them up while they're just like doing cat and fucking chilling with the captains. Like, how does he feel about that? Isn't that
what? No, that's not. That's so disingenuous of him. That's so stupid. He is so dumb.
Zero time for.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Crazy? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
They essentially claim, you know, we couldn't have possibly supported a genocide because
Salting cracker,
elsewhere
man.
we have said that we don't. We said that genocide is bad, so we are exempt from any criticism for any other things we may have said that do actually support a genocide. For this point, one of the quotes that they cite is Mutahar saying, "I'm not afraid to say that genocide is wrong." Wow, how brave of you, Mutahar.
He feels like he has to say that because
You can't fucking win with these people. You literally can't win with these people. You literally say you're against genocide and they're like, oh, well, that's not good enough. The fuck do you want? You guys just want to keep being victims and you want to keep using whatever conflict is going on that's like, that you can virtue signal over. Like, it's just so, oh, these people piss me off.
You keep saying otherwise.
Aside from that being just false, Mutahar stayed silent on Gaza throughout the entirety of the genocide until it was time to join his friends on a Hassan bad smear campaign. If that's not fear, I don't know what you'd call it other than, I guess, cowardice.
That's it? Muta didn't make a video on the conflict? Pro-genocide. Muta criticized Hassan? Pro-genocide.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Muta was a Canadian YouTuber. Didn't realize he was the Prime Minister of Israel. This is the propaganda machine at work. Lie about people who criticize you. When you get called out, crazy make them. Support people who dox or falsely called CPS on them.
Toxic.
When they respond to that, concern troll. Hide behind the dead bodies of children. Act above it all, even though they instigated it. That way everyone who's not paying attention will think you're the rational one. It's really dangerous to conflate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism, but it's completely acceptable to conflate criticizing Hassan with being pro-genocide.
Yeah.
I'll probably get blamed for killing an entire school bus worth of children for uploading this YouTube video.
What you're doing on the platform is entirely negative against pro-Palestinian voices. Yeah, of course people are going to think you're fucking anti.
Oh my god, you're such victims. Pro-Palestinian people are victims, is what he's saying. No, there's being pro-Palestine being like, you know, those people are going through a lot of really awful shit right now. The whole war is just really terrible. Hamas themselves are terrible. They did terrible things. And they're not helping their own people at all. And then there's being this. There's being performative and using this, like these people's pain and this conflict to win a YouTube argument, which, like I said, pisses me off. You don't actually care about this stuff. You don't care. You just use it as content. You just use it to get shit stirred up about you online and get more buzz about you online, you don't actually fucking care. Because if you cared, you wouldn't be using these people to win a point on YouTube. It's just so stupid.
Anti-Palestine, and I personally think that too. I do think that. The fact that while Israel is doing a genocide, a lot of these people have shifted their priority directly to drama slop and to attack people who call out Israel's
everything
genocide.
slop.
We'll never fucking forget these monstrous pieces of shit for looking at a situation like the one happening, the one unfolding in Gaza, and choosing to never say anything about it, only to then make these fucking drama videos to call out the people who call out the Israeli government. If
Word
that's
salad,
what you choose to do
Hassan.
after 12 months, 13 months, 14 months of genocide, then you are less than nothing to me. Tens of thousands of children
I'm gonna go cry.
Okay? I read accounts from a parent that felt fire for the first time, woke up, okay? Immediately grabbed her son, started running out of the house, and in the process didn't realize that her son felt a little bit lighter.
How is
He
this
turned
relevant?
back around and saw that it wasn't her son that she was holding, it was simply her son's arm. Okay? That is the daily reality for Palestinians.
He's using a dead kid to shield valid
Yeah.
criticism. It's so gross.
He just uses
Disgusting.
being pro-Palestine as a way to try
Oh,
to...
that poor dog. That dog's so cute. Look how cute that dog is. Oh, that poor puppy is probably so sick of listening to him yell. He just sits in his room and plays on his computer and screams at the screen. If you think about it. Oh my god. They're gonna skip us in history for sure. Like in
Hands on
history
this fucking
books.
tightrope, where he gets to say whatever the
As
What?
I started growing out my
Jesus.
natural hair color, I noticed.
Join
my
as a
moderate
member
to
and
severe
I can get
lines.
premium. I'm gonna say it every time.
That's you. These people want diplomatic immunity. Can't criticize Hassan because he's critical of Israel. Can't criticize Ian because he runs a for-profit charity.
Ian is the only person who.
Oh my god, this guy.
For torpedoing his own admission, torpedoing a charity event. Why are we giving Ethan a pass for saying he wants to?
First of all, stop yelling at me. Second of all, this guy is the worst at the word salad. Like, every time I hear him say things, I'm like, do you actually hear yourself? Do people actually watch him? I know no one really watches me. I love you guys that are here. But, like, I look at people like this and I'm like, how the fuck do you have a following? I don't get it. Like, it's just asinine. It's completely asinine.
The charity event to fail, effectively getting the charity event to fail and to postpone, and for the original creators to divest from.
Nothing is ever these people's fault. Hassan can't get stopped at an airport without blaming his critics.
These fucking dumbass slop tubers are actually playing with fucking fire.
You're so special,
I even
Hassan.
thought about not even mentioning this because I was like, I don't want to give him any sort of like power over the situation, but like the reality of the matter is 100.
Man, his head really is small, huh? What an unfortunate man.
100%. The Trump administration is inadvertently working with a lot of these fucking dipshits. These dipshits are playing a formative role in getting people in trouble with the law.
This guy lies so much in this video.
What?
It's comical. These people are such spurgs. Ryan Beard announces that he's criticizing Ethan in the upcoming video, and Hassan tries to gatekeep it. If you're a YouTube content creator who hasn't said dick about Israel Palestine, you're only now starting to let your critical positions on Israel be known. After 19 months of genocide since
You can't win with these people!
Severe career penalties, and you've spent a moment finger wagging at people who have been correct the entire time, I will absolutely come after you. So you just argue with people that agree
scared.
with you, argues with Ethan, argues
up.
with Ryan. I will absolutely come after you. You aren't gonna do shit. Oh,
Exactly.
No, gonna react to Bad Empanada watching somebody else's video. And then
Hassan wouldn't even watch the content nuke for like months. What makes you think he's actually going to take the initiative to actually go after people who say they don't agree with him? He's going to complain about it and yell at his chat. And then he'll have something else to fucking sit there and yell about at his computer screen.
Get up and leave halfway
What a loser.
through. I have a lot more to say about Hassan, but that'll be part of a much bigger video. So subscribe
Yes!
to the channel and buy your dad a wallet. Shout out to
Put it
Willy
out,
Mac.
Willie Mac. Let's see. I want to see it. Do it. Let's do it. That was a good video, and I actually agreed with all of it, of course. But, like, yeah. Like, these people are just so performative and just so, like, they just virtue signal, and they don't actually care about this shit. The only person who I think actually cares about this shit is Ethan. First of all, Ethan has said constantly how, you know, he is not for the Israeli government. He doesn't agree with what they're doing. He is against genocide. He said it multiple times. And also, he's the one who is facing anti-Semitism and, like, actual threats and having CPS called on his family, which, by the way, as a parent, that's the most fucked up thing you could do. Unless you, like, actually know that, like, the kids are in danger. Like, if you actually know these kids are being abused, yeah, of course, those kids need to be protected. But, like, nobody knew that. They just had some anecdote from some, like, silly story Ethan told on his podcast, and they decided to call CPS. That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Like, that is so traumatic for not only the parents, but for the kids. And, you know, if you get wrapped up with CPS, like, you could end up, like, that's years of problems. That's a lot of money that could cost to get your kids back. Like, it's a whole thing. My mom's a judge, and she used to do child in need of care court for, like, juvenile court where people would, like, lose their kids. And, like, she would also represent them just, like, pro tem, like, as an attorney, and, like, would try to help them, you know, go to programs and do what they needed to do to get their kids back. And, like, it's like a whole thing you have to go through court and DCF, and then you have to deal with, like, just so much, and it's so stressful, and they have to come back multiple times. It's just like a whole thing, and it's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up if you don't know for sure that those kids are in danger and you still call CPS on the parents just to fuck with them and put them through stress and trouble. You're wasting CPS's time. They don't have enough fucking people to go out and deal with this, like, frivolous shit when they have actual kids who are being, like neglected and abused, and, like, that they could be helping, but you're taking away their resources with their understaffed, the understaffed facilities that they have, and you're, like, using it on some YouTube drama. It is so insane to me. Like, it's such a serious thing. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Anyway, that's my rant about that. So, that was a good video. And that was a good video by Willie Mac. Looking forward to a longer video he said he has coming out on Hassan. It's gonna be a good one, I'm sure. All right, guys, what's next on the roster? Let's see. Let me look. Okay. Is there any, like, updates or anything like that? Okay, so I have a couple of things. We have another. Hold on, I have to refresh this so I can find the video. There's a video put out, I think it was by Skeleton. Let me see. It's gonna take me a second just because my laptop, my Wi-Fi has been shit lately. I don't know what's going on. I pay for good Wi-Fi, and I live in the country, so it can be hit or miss sometimes. Anyway, let's see. Let me find this video. So there's drama in the beauty.
Sexualized, I think 5 years
oh my god.
I started to experiment with my friends.
Shut up. I don't. What the fuck kind of ad is this? What ad is this? Holy shit. What kind of ad was that? He's like, I experimented with my cousin. What the fuck was that? Did you guys hear that? What the fuck kind of ad was that? Some guy was talking about his, like, sexual experiences, and he's like, I got it with my cousin. What? That was crazy. That was probably the craziest ad I've ever seen in my life. Okay, moving on. So I have a video. It says Patrick STARR, who is the makeup beauty guru, gets exposed by Jules LeBron, and Jules LeBron is the very demure, very mindful. That's it. Very mindful, very demure. She's the one who started that whole thing. And so apparently there's some drama going on with that. So we're going to go ahead and watch that. It was gonna change my camera, but it'll be even more washed out behind me. So I'll switch my camera over to something with a little better quality here once the sun sets. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. Let's watch this video real quick, and then maybe we'll just watch some I don't know, some body cam videos. We'll see. We'll kind of see how the stream goes. I'm interested to see what this drama is. So this is a skeleton video.
We got a messy video for y'all today. There is a lot of allegations coming out about Patrick Starr
from
JOOLS LEBRON. If you guys do not know who JOOLS LEBRON is, he is the one who created the whole, the very popular phrase is what I meant to say. A very cutesy, very demure. That was like her
very
thing.
mindful.
She blew up on social media, and I have to say this, I can't believe how big that got on social media. Her video got 60 million views, but then it became a full-on trend.
Yeah,
I want to say it
blew up.
Fashion Nova and Tarte, so many different brands were sending out emails. I literally got them very cutesy, very demure, and it turned into a whole thing. If you guys don't know who she is, that's who she is. Okay, she's the one that created it. Maybe you guys have heard the sound before on TikTok or even on Instagram Reels. A lot of people use it over there as well.
It's everywhere.
Well, apparently she used to be friends with Patrick Starr, and y'all, some things are going down. I'm going to be playing several clips from...
Tell me, girl.
I don't know if she started a podcast. I don't know if she was just live streaming this or what, but basically she set up some things, and...
Everybody is just telling everything lately. I love it. I'm just I don't like being in the drama, but I like watching it. I'm yes, girl, tell me all the gossip.
Yo, she let the cat out of the bag about a whole lot of things that we are
what? Tell me.
About. I do have to say this, though. This is the very first post that she had posted that everyone started speculating. I have to say this.
To my first makeup idol, you might have broken me down. Ooh, blackballed me from the beauty community. Tried to ruin my career while turning beauty brands against me. This is juicy. Almost pushing me to the darkest, most irreversible action a human can take. But you didn't break me. Here I am 2 years later. Yes, girl. Thriving at a Beyonce concert on a campaign. Hell yeah. Sponsored by one of the world's biggest beauty retailers. Get that bag. You might be a star. oh, star with two. There it is. 3 R's. But I am an icon. True. And that's very demure. Seriously, guys, the very mindful, very demure thing is it's still everywhere. I see random people reference it. Yeah, it's definitely an iconic moment in history, so good for you, girl.
When it comes down to things, okay, and now she actually, let the cat out of the bag and said that it was in fact Patrick Starr. I don't like when influencers do this. Y'all know that I've always said this. I find it to be very damaging and very dangerous because people can obviously start speculating
Tell me, though.
different people, because at first everyone was speculating that it was Patrick Starr, okay? So, let me go to read this because this is what
it
she
said
posted.
Starr on
To my
it.
first makeup idol. You might have broken me, but
It literally says Starr down here with 3 R's. How the fuck did people think it was Patrick Starr? Wait, maybe there's more. I don't know. I might be missing something.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me redo that right there. The way I wanted to read it with theatrics, and I'm like,
Oh no.
Only people with
you guys, do you think this is a little out of control with the ads? Do you
I can't stay out of the bath.
I'm so glad that this is happening on my live so people can. I've been saying this for a while. I'm these are getting so crazy. There's too many of them. There's too many ads, literally, and you only get a tiny little tiny portion, a fraction. I make shit for my ads, but I'm so glad you guys are seeing this because there have been so many ads on short videos. It's been crazy.
Let's start over.
I know I need to get
So
premium.
my first makeup idol. You might have
I'm on
broken me
disability.
down, blackballed me from the beauty community, tried to ruin my career while turning beauty brands against me, almost pushing me to the darkest, most irreversible action a human can take, but you didn't break me. Here I am 2 years later, thriving at a Beyonce concert on a campaign sponsored by one of the world's biggest beauty retailers. You might be a star with 3 R's, but I am an icon, and that's ... very demure. I don't know why, okay? So many people were speculating that it was Patrick Ta.
People are stupid.
I don't know where that whole lore
yeah,
came in,
I don't get it
Patrick
either.
Ta. I think that maybe because recently Patrick Ta was in some, hot water because apparently a few creators had called him out, stating that his brand wasn't paying for sponsorships. Like, the brand had asked people to do content and then he didn't end up paying them.
I have a Patrick Ta palette with how expensive that makeup is. What the fuck you mean you're not paying people? I didn't even know about this. Like, I didn't even know about this. Like, sorry guys, my allergies are so bad. My nose is so red. I didn't even know about any of that. I'm like really into makeup and like follow all that stuff. And like, I had no idea that people were calling out Patrick Ta, but at the same time, like, his makeup is so expensive. You better be fucking paying people.
I don't know how that came in there when it literally says STARR.
That's what I said. That is what I
As soon
said.
as I read that, I knew Patrick STARR spells his name with 3 R's. So I'm just kind of like, hello, you might be a star with 3 R's. Like, it was a dead giveaway right there. But y'all, so many people were on there saying, oh, it's Patrick Ta. I'm like,
people can't read.
How are you getting Patrick Ta when it literally...
Because people can't read anymore. And honestly, like, have you guys literally sat down and like listened to people's grammar, like especially people on YouTube and social media? I'm pulling my hair out every day. I went to a college prep school. They were like, I was very like, I don't know, I'm kind of a grammar Nazi, but like, people can't read. People have bad grammar. Like, our educational system is failing.
It says STARR right there. You know what I mean?
Critical thinking
skills.
skills.
Out of the bag though now, and I do want to go ahead and start this.
Nobody has them.
I want to go ahead and read this comment right here because there was some things, being teased the whole time. So somebody commented right here and said, okay, I actually remember watching your live getting ready to go out in LA years ago with said person, and the vibes were so off. They were so condescending the whole time. Then Jules said, yeah, made fun of my outfit the entire time. I gotta keep it real with you guys. This
Patrick
is where I'm like, okay,
girl?
one, if I was Jules, I would have just outed it way back then. And on top of that, too, I would have just said the name bluntly. Because I feel like when you're going to speak out about something.
But they did say the name. It was literally in the post.
Chill.
It was in the post. I don't remember what that notification's for. I think it's for my members. So thank you for joining as a member or as a subscriber.
I really do.
Thanks
feel
for
like
subscribing.
For people out there to be like speculating. Do you know what I mean?
At least my overlay's working.
I do not know why people were speculating it was Patrick Ta, because I'm like, where do you get Patrick Ta out of STARR? Like, it's so clear as day. You know what I mean? But anyways, obviously people are going to
common
speculate,
sense.
and I think that sucks because then obviously people could be like, oh, it's this person. I don't like this person, and then start bashing them. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, if you're gonna say something, just fully let the cat out of the bag and say the person by name, because why not? I do gotta say this though, and y'all know I've mentioned it before. I have met Patrick STARR before a few times. I want to say about 3 times at some beauty events, and it's so funny. I've said it before. Check my old videos, y'all. And I literally even made one. I said, okay, Patrick seems so sweet. He seems so kind, but very fake, very calculated, very fake. And literally from
he's a beauty YouTuber. They're all fake. They're all fucking two-faced fake people. I'm sorry, I don't know them personally, but I think it's kind of a given. And like, if you've worked in any type of beauty industry, like I used to work at salons. I used to be a massage therapist, but I also went to cosmetology school, and like just the beauty industry in general is very fake and too. I mean, it's the beauty industry. Honestly, for me, I don't really give a fuck. Like, if you want to be fake to me, I don't care. Just don't be a bitch to my face, because then we're gonna fight.
The drop, I was like, oh, I actually went to one event with one of my besties at the time, and I was like, don't the vibes seem like and she's like, he seems very fake. I was like, well, whatever, at least he was nice, you know what I mean?
Right, that's what I'm saying. At least they're nice, whatever.
At the time he was like, oh, I know you. He's like my what did he say? My PR or somebody was like, oh, we shared a cover together or whatever, not a cover, a damn page together for New York Times. And I was like, oh yeah, like we were on there. I was like, why do I feel like this bitch was like bitter because I was the bigger pictures? I'm a shady bitch. Anyways, y'all, I have to say, Patrick STARR really hasn't been into too much drama, but
yeah, not really.
With you guys, I feel like ever since the whole Dramageddon situation, you guys will hear Jules later on to actually talk about Dramageddon.
I talked about that earlier.
Patrick was spilling. I'm like, oh damn. I want to know what the whole thing was behind the scenes of Manny MUA and Patrick STARR, because they were super close for a long period of time there. And I gotta keep it real, okay? It was my opinion from when all that shit was going down. I didn't do commentary at the time, but it was my opinion that I almost felt like Manny MUA was getting more popular, and I felt like Patrick Starr was kind of getting jealous of that. That's my own little opinion over here. I was like, and I thought that way back when.
Fair
and I was like,
take.
something seems a little bit off here. But then it's so funny, though, because Manny MUA ended up, being made out to be the bad guy. And I was like, what went down here? Like, what was the full story here? And I'm so curious on that because now hearing everything from Jules and how Patrick would allegedly, throw out all this tea out there, it's kind of...
Is Patrick Starr the problem? Oh, I'm kind of wondering, like, is Patrick Starr the problem? Because, like he said, Patrick Starr hasn't really been in a lot of, like, controversy or drama, really. I've always liked Patrick Starr. I've always thought that they were pretty unproblematic, but now I'm kind of starting to think maybe that they're the problem. I don't know. This is kind of how it's coming off to me. I don't know.
Kind of crazy to me. So I do want to go ahead and start this off, and I am going to have to speed it up because the clips are a little bit lengthy. I do want to go ahead and play this first clip right here because I got to keep it with you guys. You guys know that I am a very objective person. I'm very rational. I like to look at all sides of the story.
I'm the same way.
I'm getting a little bit confused with this because you guys are going to hear from Jules. She says that she was at an event with Patrick and...
Effective, healthy.
Oh my god!
Innovation.
Sorry guys, I had an ad blocker, but YouTube won't work with ad blockers anymore. So fuck it.
There were very gray area things going on because Jules is saying that she was at the hospital and she almost died, and it's because of this event. And I'm so confused at how it's because of the event, because I watched all these clips you guys are going to see, and I'm like, she didn't mention, like, how was it this event's fault that she had, these issues. So I'm very confused about this, and I do wish that she would have been a little bit more,
transparent
and just said everything, because I got to keep it with you guys. Yes, okay,
less
I feel
vague.
Like it's bad to speculate, but I feel like at the end of the day, we all do it. And because, it was alleged that, Patrick was doing some things, I'm starting to wonder, like, okay, were there, like, some type of, how do I say it? Rugs involved? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, for Jules to get out here and say that he's this, he's that.
Excuse me.
I'm very confused, and I'm like, girl, just go ahead and put all the tea out there, because how did you end up back into the hospital and then, like, almost, like, losing her sight and everything? So I'm very confused with this. So you guys are going to take a look at this clip and maybe you guys know a little bit more tea about it. Please let us know down in the comments.
Stress, blood pressure? I don't know.
Why was it Patrick Starr's fault? I'm not trying to defend Patrick Starr, okay? So don't get it twisted, because I'm leaving room for everything. But I'm just a little bit confused here at how the whole event was Patrick's fault as far as Jules ending up in the hospital. That's where I'm confused, okay? Check out this clip right here.
Entire life. I posted about it, girl. Patrick Starr tried ruining my life. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a fuck. And that shit really threw me, girl. That really threw me into a depression. And so then, that was the entire problem, girl. That was the entire problem.
Honestly,
so,
I think we should normalize talking about people who are nasty to us and bully us, and people who have, like, straight up treated us like shit, and not call it shit talking, because it's not shit talking if it's something that they actually did to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think we should just, like, because, like, in society, like, if someone's nasty to you, mean to you, whatever, and you, like, say something about it, people are like, oh, you're just talking shit on them, or what? I don't know. I just feel like, well, like, you shouldn't be allowed to get away with treating someone like shit. Like, I don't know. I was bullied my whole life, so I just have opinions on
all I'm
that.
gonna say is I worked with this person. I'm gonna be very careful with how I word this, because I know that motherfucker got his spies out here. But basically, there's a situation with this person's brand that they founded. They had an event, and I almost passed away. That's not a joke.
What?
I'm not trying to be funny. That's real. I literally almost lost my life.
That's not good.
Was on a phone call with my mother, like, telling her, like, I'm across the country, and I'm, like, so scared because I'm in a situation where they're telling me, like, you could have passed away right now. And all of this is happening during a time period where I'm working for them. I'm in LA with...
I know how that is, because I'm on dialysis for kidney failure, and I live an hour away from everyone I love and know. Like, I don't know anybody in this town. I moved here for work. I can imagine being all the way across the country from people. Like, at least, like, I have people who can drive up here within, like, an hour, you know, and be here. But, like, that's so scary. It's so scary. I've actually coded in the hospital twice, 2 separate occasions, and woke up one time on life support, like, with my hands tied down with the ventilator and the intubation tube down my throat, and like I was by myself. Like, I literally had, I think my mom visited like once or twice, but like I was pretty much in that hospital for like 4 months alone, completely alone. And it's really fucking scary. It's really scary. And like that's trauma. It's trauma. It's a straight up trauma. So
them for their thing. And I posted like a little hee hee ha ha video about it. And obviously this is like still deeply affecting me.
Aw, that makes me sad.
So I post like a little like hee hee ha ha video, like oh, I'm in the hospital because I'm trying to make myself feel better.
I deal with things with humor too.
Like there's nurses telling me like if you would have got here like any later, like your organs started shutting down, and like I don't have anyone with me. I'm by myself, and
Ooh, I relate to this.
I posted a little hee hee ha ha video about it, trying to make myself feel better, and this person did not like that I posted that video. And I think
okay, but like, it's not up to other people how Jules deals with that trauma. Like, some people deal with trauma with humor. That's what I do. It's not up to anyone else how they deal with it. Because they're, honestly, the people who are criticizing Jules, about how Jules reacted to what just happened to them and being in the hospital, those people are not showing up and being there for Jules and being like in the hospital with them, and like you are irrelevant to Jules. So Jules can handle that, like deal with it however they want to deal with it. That's how I feel about it, because I deal with things with humor in the same way. And like I said, I'm an organ failure. Like, I need a kidney transplant. Like, I have 4% kidney function, and like sometimes you just have to like deal with it in a lighthearted way, because if you don't, it's so cripplingly scary and depressing that like, I mean, I would be fucking sobbing if I wasn't trying to at least make myself laugh a little bit.
then they thought it was disrespectful that I posted this video. I think it's disrespectful. I almost died at your event.
Oh, Patrick Starr said something about that.
Yeah.
Still.
Fuck that.
Still, I stand by what I said.
So then, what's it called? So then, girl, I'm in the hospital, girl. I'm in the hospital for weeks. You guys scroll down on my page. Go ahead, see it.
And it's lonely in the hospital.
A chunk of that summer, I'm in the hospital, and it's because my organs started shutting down. It's because I almost passed away. And this person was telling me, "Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about any of that. You know, like we're gonna take care of it. Just focus on getting better. Focus on getting better." So then,
people always say that, but
no one's coming up with this money though.
Yeah.
I'm a broke influence.
People are always like, you focus on you. And I'm like, I'm in like probably over like $50,000 in medical debt right now. Like, yeah, I'll focus on getting better once I know I'm not going to be homeless.
Sir, I'm not making that much money. These are some of my first brand deals. And I'm having to use this money to pay these little medications and these little hospital stays. Because
it's expensive, bro.
There y'all saw Jules even have to clarify in the beginning of her video that it was not Patrick Ta. That's why I said, I'm like, that's dangerous for people to do. And I wish that if people are going to start speaking out about something, like, stop being so, like, vague about it and stop being so, like, gray area about it. Like, if you're going to speak out about somebody, just say it, okay? Because I feel like people just... Either you got the balls to out the person or you don't, you know what I mean? But obviously now Jules has finally confirmed that it was Patrick Starr. There you guys heard, you know, from right there. I am going to play a couple other clips, okay? So there is more to the story. But there you guys heard that she was saying that she almost died at this event, but what was it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's still kind of vague.
I'm so confused because a lot of people in the comment section of this video, by the way, it's from a TikToker called According to the Blogs, and a lot of people were commenting on that video and saying, wait, I'm confused. If Jules had prior health conditions, how is that Patrick's fault? Okay, and this is where I'm getting very confused, is because I'm like, okay, so Jules is making these very strong allegations, obviously, towards Patrick, and it's kind of like, okay, maybe something like really went down, but what went down at this event?
Yeah.
Was there like, I don't know, like a crack on the floor and she tripped and fell? Was there something slipped into her drink? Were there some party favors? If you guys are adults, y'all know what party favors mean, okay?
Yeah.
Were there some party favors that went wrong? Like, what went down? That's where I'm just kind of like, I'm not understanding at how exactly that was Patrick's fault and why Patrick would be held liable to that. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I'm just getting a little bit confused here, and I'm sorry, but I have questions. Okay?
Maybe
I feel like there's some.
I don't know. Maybe Jules meant like they didn't feel like they were receiving any support. Like they had just been out with all these people. Maybe they thought they were close to these people, and then when they ended up in the hospital, they didn't really get a lot of support from these people, except maybe, they did reach out and be like, oh, don't worry, you just work on getting better, we'll take care of it. And then maybe they didn't do anything at all. And Jules feels like kind of like abandoned, I guess, in the moment, or like not supported in the moment is kind of maybe like what I'm thinking is like what's really getting to them. Maybe they're not like directly being like, because of you, I went into organ failure. I wonder if it was more like, I went into organ failure and you guys weren't there and you weren't supportive, but I was just hanging out with you. We were just partying, and then I had to go straight to the hospital and you guys were just kind of like, not really concerned. So you know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of what it seems like, but I don't know. I might be wrong. Maybe there's more
pieces of the story missing here, because it's kind of like, okay, Jules is saying like, okay, Patrick, is saying X, Y, and Z, about,
is it
this,
cold in
and like,
here?
oh, they're going to take care of the situation, but what went down?
I'm getting the
Not
chills.
a lot of people know about
Getting
this
the chills.
brand, but it's
I have
one that
dialysis tomorrow, and I'm
college and
starting to
pro
feel
level
kind of crummy.
athletes swear
Could
by.
you grab me?
It's called Drip Drop. It's for hydration, and watermelon's my favorite flavor.
I don't care. I have dialysis
Let's
tomorrow.
let the cat out of the bag all the way.
Shit.
I do want to go ahead and play another clip right here.
I have dialysis tomorrow. I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So this is like the end of my weekend. Thank you, sweetie. And I'm starting to feel... Badger, don't jump, sweetie. My floor is like hella shaky. It's okay, sweetie. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like not very good. Like I'm starting to get like... I have the chills, but I'm like hot. And I'm like starting to feel kind of like really, really bad. So... dialysis could not come soon enough, and I hate saying that because I hate being there, but sorry guys, I'm starting to like feel kind of crummy.
About how she lost a vision, and I want to say her left eye or something like that. Like, obviously, you guys are gonna hear more, but in all
it's not cold in here, but I'm cold.
Okay, and let me tell you, I have looked on TikTok over and over. Actually, if I'm being real with you guys, last night I was laying in bed and I literally was searching for about an hour and a half to find what exactly was the cause of this that landed her in the hospital, because I'm like, okay, you're coming out with some very strong allegations, but what was the reason? Like, did you trip and fall while you were there? Like, did somebody like hit you? Like, what went down? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, people are saying that it was prior health conditions. I'm like, wait, if it's prior health conditions, like, how is that Patrick's fault? And I'm so sorry, but I don't give one jack diddly shit to defend Patrick. I'm like, the way I don't give a shit about any of these damn influencers. I'm like, that's why I stay in my little own lane over here, stay to myself, and I'm Mr. Loner over here.
Okay, you make a video about it. I love it.
Before I start rambling.
Basically, I'm in and out of hospitals. Now, this collapse that happened where I almost passed away was so bad, I lost vision in my left eye almost completely. My left leg fully went numb. Like, I had to get physical therapy to, like, rehabilitate it.
Oh my God. I had a surgeon rupture my femoral artery. He put a graft there because, like, he ruined my... Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you something gross. This is my fistula, this is my dialysis access, right? So he did surgery on it, and then, like, it wasn't working when I woke up. And I woke up in the ICU, and he goes, I don't know what happened. My whole arm was black. It was terrible. So while that was healing, they put a tube in my chest, and then they put a graft in my thigh, and my leg swelled, and I was in the hospital for a really long time, and then I went home and my femoral artery ruptured. So I had, like, it took me, that's when I was like on life support and stuff, and then the sutures in my groin popped open and I almost bled to death, and it was really bad. They like coated me and everything. Anyway, so I had to live in a nursing home and learn to walk again. It is awful when you can't walk. So I do really, I sympathize a lot, because like I understand how debilitating that is. I definitely get it.
I'm again thinking these people got me, they're going to take care of all my hospital bills. They're going to take care of everything. Basically,
you can't rely on anyone.
I message this person and I say, hey, I need to go to an ophthalmologist. I have to go to eye specialist because the vision in my left eye is leaving because of this event, right? This motherfucker replies. This millionaire replies.
It feels a little entitled.
If you eat carrots. If I eat carrots,
okay.
You're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You want to know how I know that? Because you told me about 17 times while you were talking.
This is starting to feel a little entitled. You're not entitled to anyone's money. Like, people can make promises. I've had people be like, hey, girl, if you need any help, let me know. And, like, I'm not going to ask them for the... I'm not going to be like, hey, by the way, hey, you said you would help me. Because, like, usually people say that kind of stuff because they're just, like, trying to come off as charitable. I don't know. I think you have to just, like, take everything with a grain of salt. Like, I'm one of those people, I'll see it. Like, I have to see it to believe it. You can tell me anything. You can promise me anything, but I'm not going to expect anything. First of all, I don't feel entitled to anyone's money or help or anything, but also, like, people just, like, are not. You think these fake ass beauty gurus or the beauty people are really going to, like, stick to what they say? I don't know. I don't. I'm like, thank you. That's nice of you to offer. That's really sweet of you. But I don't expect anything because, like, a lot of the time people will say things, but they don't actually, like, they're not actually going to do it. You know?
Talking shit about all your old friends. Clock that. You told me about 1,000,000 times you're a millionaire. And you're going to tell me to go eat some motherfucking carrots while I've lost vision in my eye, while my family's worried about me passing away across the country. You're going to tell me to go eat some motherfucking carrots? After I almost died in your care and you're lucky enough for me not to sue your ass? Go eat carrots?
What happened? I want to know what happened.
What? So then, mind you, already broke because I'm the one paying all these hospital bills, and this millionaire's just told me this. Then goes on. Now, I didn't know this at the time. This only came up to front during very demure. I'm having all these different meetings with brands. I'm having all these different crazy things happen with brands. And one by one, makeup brands are coming through to me, personally emailing me. That gay person that works at that makeup brand messages me, oh, this person said not to work with you because you're messy. This person said not to work with you because you're problematic. And it's the same story from multiple makeup brands. This person said that you're not a good fit. This person said they had a bad experience. I almost died on their set. If I told the influencers not to work with you because they might pass away on your set, I'd be wrong, right?
Allergies.
But you could tell makeup brands, a struggling influencer, that they should go over here and forfeit their relationship with them? You don't think that that's crazy to do to someone?
There's some context missing here.
Thankfully, you have DoorDash.
I'm not getting
shoppers will deliver groceries right to your door as if.
Yeah, I'm confused.
So you almost killed me.
What happened?
You do that, girl.
What happened? Tell me.
There y'all heard Jules say, allegedly Patrick said, oh, you know what's good for your eyes if you eat carrots. This is kind of crazy. But once again, I just feel like there's pieces of the story missing.
Yeah, I agree.
Once again, I'm too damn lazy to go and read all these comments to you guys. But you guys can go to According to the Blogs on TikTok and read the comment section. And everyone's saying that there was prior health issues there. So I'm like, what's going on here? This is very weird, okay? If you guys know any more tea about this, please let me know because...
Yeah, I want to know, too.
I even Googled it. I Googled it. I looked on Twitter, by the way. I looked on Instagram.
Look on Reddit.
Like,
you got to go on Reddit.
Like, is there a piece of these clips that are missing to where Jules actually said what exactly caused her to land back in the hospital? I totally just spit everywhere. Oh, my God. That was crazy. I wonder if that picked up on the camera. Anyways,
girl, I do that all the time.
Okay, so you ended up back in the hospital.
I call everyone girl, by the way.
That Patrick should have, obviously covered the bill for all of this. But what? I'm so confused. Like, I'm like over here thinking like, oh my gosh, was there like poison in one of the products or something? Like, was there something that like, did they go to like bust open some champagne and Jules got hit in the head with a cork? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
she makes it sound like it was intentional.
Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play one last clip right here because, oh my gosh, y'all, this one is hard because this last clip that I had found right here. Somebody put some loud ass music on it, so I'm gonna try to edit out the music.
Oh God, please do. Please do, because I literally have a 4-hour live VOD that is globally blocked and in dispute because there was like a tiny little snippet of music in there that I missed.
But Jules is saying some things right here about Dramageddon and talking about like allegedly, oh my gosh, let me cover my ends over here because I'm not the one saying it, Jules is, that allegedly Jacqueline does snow and like all these things, y'all. I'm like, oh damn, Jules got
surprised?
really messy up on this little live stream or whatever it was. Check it out.
All of this happened. Is over here behind the scenes pulling strings, playing Puppet Master. And I should have known because day one, you're telling me all this shit about Manny. You're telling me about how Lil Miss Jacqueline hits the powder, how Nikki does this, how Jacqueline and Jeffrey don't like each other, and how Nikki was friends with Jeffrey, and how Nikita took you to this restaurant that was across the street from the Abbey so that you guys, you're telling me all the hottest gossip about all your divas. I should have known. I should have known you weren't right. You've only known me for 0.23 seconds.
Listen, if they do it to them, they're going to do it to you.
And I've heard all the gossip about all the biggest beauty influencers. Y'all, Dramageddon? I know the truth about Dramageddon. Y'all don't know anything about the truth.
Tell us the truth. Tell us.
Hopefully I edited out the sound pretty good on that one because I feel like, oh, damn. Jules was saying that allegedly Patrick had said Jacqueline, you know, hits the powder and this about Manny.
I think they all do.
I have to say this though, okay? And I've really realized in life, and obviously it's
just my opinion,
years to learn this. If you meet somebody and right away they're telling you tea about this person, that person,
they're gonna do it to you.
Person, they are 100% going to do the same about you. And
that's right.
Ass person, they're not a real person. Okay,
that's right.
People like that are just trying to
don't trust them
and be messy as hell. And if in fact what she is saying is true about Patrick. That's a messy.
No, and then they'll start talking shit, and then like they'll like try to bait you into talking shit with them, and then if you do, they'll go back to that person and be like, "Guess what so and so said about you?" Yeah, I know. I was bullied. I know all the tricks.
Once again, allegedly, because we don't know. There was no receipts, you know, put on the screen. There was no emails, DMs, text messages,
hearsay,
recordings, none of that shit put out there. I gotta say, I feel like this is like a developing story because as of right now, Patrick hasn't said anything. But yeah, I feel like these are some really big allegations. My biggest question at the end of this is, what was the reason that landed Jules in the hospital? Because I would really like to know so that way I can be like, okay, yeah, that's fucked up of Patrick. Definitely he should have paid the bill. But I'm like, well, what was the reason? Do you know what I mean? Because if it is true that Jules went to this event and did have prior health conditions, I don't see how that's Patrick's fault. I really don't. I'm so sorry. It's kind of like if I went somewhere
until we get more information.
You know, I don't know, high blood pressure or something, and then I had a freaking attack at an event. Like, how is that their fault? Like, I had, you know, high blood pressure before. Like, I don't know. It's things like that I'm like, okay, you're leaving a really big gray area here, boo, and I'm gonna need to know what the tea was. You know what I mean? Because I gotta keep it real, y'all.
Missing context.
Maybe because I've been living in LA way too long, y'all. I immediately start going to. Was there some, you know, powder post around and like passed around? I mean,
please, sir, may I have a crib of context?
And like, was there some like, you know, F in it? If y'all know what the F stands for, oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't say that word up on here, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of like, wait, like, were they doing some illegal activities, and then that caused Jules to go up in there? Because, you know, then I could kind of understand.
I don't know.
Oh, you're an adult. Like, you made the decision to do X, Y, and Z. That's on you. You know what I mean? But I'm like, what's the missing?
Yeah, there's context missing there. That's interesting. That was interesting. That was a lot more than I thought we were going to a lot more information than I thought we were going to get. So that's crazy. I guess I'll just kind of keep an eye on that and see if there's any updates, cuz I'm sure you guys want to know just as much as we all do, like, what happened? Why? Like, why are you like going hard on this person for what happened? So anyway, that is fascinating. I love the tea. Okay, listen, as long as I'm not involved and I just get to like watch it and have opinions on it, and yeah, I love it. So yeah. Okay guys, so I'm gonna run and I have to take some meds, some kidney failure meds and some nausea meds, and take like a 5-6 minute break really quick so I can go do that, because I just started feeling really bad all of a sudden, like really bad. Like I said, this is like my Sunday, Sunday, and it's my dialysis Sunday. So I have dialysis every other day except on the weekends. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So it's 2 days in a row where I don't have dialysis, and I always feel lousy on Sundays. I'm also very swollen in my face. Like, I'm just very swollen everywhere, and I'm just, like, starting to feel really bad. So I'm going to go take a couple of my meds, my kidney failure meds, take, like, a 5-6 minute break, go grab a snack, go potty, go do whatever you guys need to do really quick, and I will be back. We will watch some, like, maybe we'll watch some body cam videos or some spooky videos or something, just kind of something to keep us busy for a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go run and take my dialysis meds, and I will be right back, you guys. So thank you for being here. I love you, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. I was having some nausea issues. I had to take a second. I'm back. I'm good. Everything's good. I have my Sprite. We're fine. I hate dialysis, but like it could not come soon enough. I keep getting really cold, and then fuck. Yeah, it's rough. Kidney failure is rough. All right, let's see. What is next on the agenda? I was kind of looking through my, what I have saved here to watch. I don't know if you guys want it. Yeah, right there? Yeah. Okay. I'm just kind of looking there. I have some interesting body cam we can watch. I think that would be kind of fun. I also have some spooky stuff maybe we can watch. So let me see. What do I have on here? Let's see. I have a lot of like body cam videos saved that have been kind of fun. That we can, or not fun, like interesting that we can watch. So let's see. I have to find one that's like appropriate because my child is sitting over there. Trying to be a good parent. Okay. Oh, interesting. Grandma calls cops after running over grandson. Holy cow. Maybe let's see what this one's all about. And then if you guys have anything else you want me to watch or talk about, just go ahead and let me know. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and let's just watch some body cam and kind of take it easy for a little bit. I've got time. We've got time. Oh my God, I don't care.
$80, $120.
That's loud.
Nope. Try $38 a month.
Why is that ad so loud?
Run over his foot. I have done nothing with him who's abused me. Listen, I'm out here.
Oh my God. When like older people or like even parents are like, this child is so abusive to me. They abuse me. I'm like, listen, first of all, you are in a position of power over them. So I doubt they're the one being abusive. But also, like, why is that like the boomer go-to? Like, you're so abusive when actually they're the ones who are like straight. It's like projection. Like, yeah, you're the one who's being abusive. This child is not abusing you. Like, unless it's elder abuse. But like, this child is not, I'm sorry. It's just like, maybe you're the problem. That just pisses me off. I know I have people close to me in my life who have done that. And I'm just like,
listen to me now. Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
Illinois were called by a woman claiming her grandson had thrown lemonade on her, but officers soon realized
thrown lemonade on her.
This story.
Yes, ma'am. Did you call us?
I called.
Okay, what happened?
I called.
As usual.
What's as usual?
He's throwing fits. All of his drink across his.
Is she drunk?
I mean, his normal throwing fits, hitting. I have not filed.
Oh shit! What the fuck just happened?
Against him because I'm trying to get him into residential. It's a freaking red flag.
What's a red flag?
This lady is a red flag. First of all, is she drunk? Or is she just like all the other old people and just on a bunch of like meds? I don't know.
Putting them, if they get charged.
Sorry, I love old people, but like.
Any assault, him.
Okay.
Residential will put a flag on him.
She's slurring.
I've been trying over 9 months.
All right, we're jumping.
Yeah, she's confusing me.
I need to know what happened now.
So,
just now. Why are we getting called here?
Oh, because he went ballistic in my car again. You want to come see all the lemonade he threw?
Okay. I wonder why.
All the
We
shit?
heard the lemonade. So what happened? You went to Culver's?
Well, no, I picked him up. We had a.
She even has the Karen haircut. Look at her. She's in character. She's like She's like in costume.
He had his cross country today, so this morning I got.
I used to run cross country.
When I got there, he like blew me off. Like I didn't even exist because we have a lot of problems.
Okay.
I'm 70. I just retired. I'm a critical care nurse. I don't need to do this. I've had you since 2000.
Oh God, you were in charge of patients.
And I'm concerned you might do something.
You were in charge of patients. And you can't even handle the stress of a child throwing lemonade at you, lady.
Is
he diagnosed with anything?
Oh yeah, he's got dysregulated anger management issues, personality issues, ADHD. He's got all kinds of things. He came
medication?
From shit. Pardon me?
Yeah, medication.
Oh yeah, he's on all kinds of stuff.
Takes
he lives with you, or
I don't give him to him. He swear to God, he says I wouldn't take this shit. Otherwise, you'll report me. See, he's at that age right now.
How old is he?
Thinks he's in control. So because I've been battered. So
oh God, here we go. I'm so battered. I'm so abused. Like, okay, what a victim.
And we're trying to get him into residential. And you know as well as I do. Do I have to do this? No, but I do it because I love the kid. You're not going to your practices. You keep telling them that I'm telling you have to leave early.
Who's them?
Which is wrong. You're lying to me again. And he got really pissed about that and started mouthing me, calling me a fucking bitch. And I did. I reached over to
maybe you are one.
And you can't tell me you can't do that.
You can't!
You smacked him in the car here, or driving, or
you can't!
Around the corner?
You just admitted.
You just admitted to the police that you were about to smack him in the face. No wonder he called you an effing B. Jesus Christ.
You need to go back to behavior center.
She kind of reminds me of my mom.
The door might have. I don't know.
Did he get knocked over?
No.
Did he fall?
No.
Okay. Were you drinking?
No.
That's what I want to know.
Smell it.
Thank you.
I didn't drink anything.
Nothing all day.
No.
Are you dead?
Man, you can tell I've worked in law enforcement for a minute because, like, I could tell immediately that this woman was like drunk or something. Because he's like, I can smell it. It's kind of obvious just by the way she was speaking. Like when they walked up and she was just like all over the place and slurring. Yeah, like she's clearly. This lady has issues. This lady has problems. I don't think her grandson's the only one with problems.
No, there's nothing wrong with me.
She's probably the reason.
He did this and this and this, and he just carried on.
Did he fall on the ground?
No, he was fall on the ground. He's fine.
Did he take out running?
Oh, just like over here.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
You guys don't do anything.
Scared me.
It's not your fault. I get it. It's not your fault. But these kids have nowhere to go. They go to a friggin' behavior center. They sit there for 5 to 7 days. They shut their asses out. Maybe a partial.
Maybe if you were doing your job, it sounds like maybe she's like, he lives with her. And maybe if she was doing her job and all of that, then she wouldn't have to like, it just sounds like she's relying on these like behavioral centers to do all the work for her. But if she would have actually like done her job as a guardian, then maybe like this, they wouldn't like be in this position. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Control of what happens outside of my
I don't like an
bubble.
attitude coming here and trying to look at me like I've done something. No, I haven't.
The fuck? She's so entitled.
The attitude.
You're giving me the
He doesn't have an attitude. You do.
Tired of stuff.
Okay, I'm trying to help you here, ma'am.
He's giving the info.
Down. Okay. I'm documenting everything that I can.
God.
So you hang out here for a little bit, and I'll go chat with them.
I'm the one that's going to get killed. I'm the one that's going to be killed someday.
What a drama queen.
Do you want me to go chat with
victim.
them over there and find out if they saw anything, heard anything?
Nobody saw anything. We just pulled up and all this happened.
So you're worried about being killed?
Oh, God, they all know that I'm worried about something happening to me. Even the police officers know.
What a drama queen.
The officer spoke with the woman's grandson. He said
She
they were
sucks.
arguing when his grandmother hit him. In response, he threw lemonade on her and got out of the car. That's when
Honestly?
she allegedly backed up, hit him with
If
the
this woman thinks that she could hit her grandson and like he's just gonna take it, especially depending on how old he is, she's got another thing coming to her. Because listen, like I know that like probably someone her age was used to having physical punishment on her and not like being able to say anything and having to keep their mouth shut. But like, I'm sorry, but like we just like people just shouldn't have like kids shouldn't have to put up with that kind of treatment. from their guardian, and then just like they just don't expect them to react. Like, I'm sorry, but like if someone smacked me, I'd probably throw my drink on them too. Damn.
Your door and ran over his foot before going to a neighbor's for help.
And she ran over his foot.
The officer's suspicion that she might be under the influence.
I'd like to, can I not file a charge against property damage?
For what?
Oh my God.
Your car.
Oh my God.
Tell me about how this the thing unfolded again. So you're in the car.
This woman is horrible.
Okay.
And then he gets out of the car to get his stuff. And my car, I rolled back a little bit. And they goes, oh, you.
Why were you backing up?
Because she was drunk.
I didn't want him to get into the back of the car and get the stuff out of it.
So why did you back up the car?
To run over him. To run over him.
You had the door open and you backed up the car.
I went a tiny bit to get him out of the back seat.
This lady's making me so mad.
No, but does he make sense in all the shit I go through?
What? What does that have to do with anything?
You know what?
I'm asking you a question.
Effective.
This lady is pissing me off. This lady is.
Innovation.
Oh my God.
It
I'm
takes
sorry.
At Human.
I have boomer parents. It's just very like familiar.
I want to file a charge against him.
I'm not filing charges against him.
He didn't do anything.
I'm going to call the police, and I will talk.
He is the police. Oh my
We're
God.
not done with you now.
What do you need with me?
I need to find out more of what happened.
I told you everything that happened, and why do I have to repeat it?
Because your stories are changing.
No, they're not.
Yes.
I hope she gets arrested.
You admitted to backing up into him.
Yeah, she did.
Back up into him. He had the back seat of the car open.
So I backed up.
Let the car door get out of there, and he wouldn't. I rolled back a tiny bit.
The door was open, and you start backing up.
To get him away from the car.
And then you ran over his foot.
I did not run over his foot.
He has marks on his foot.
Let me see.
Oh my God, this lady's horrible.
Okay, let me see.
Let's go back over here.
Yeah, let's go over here. I want to see.
Oh my
Here,
God.
You want to see? I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to see the mark.
So here is
the
his
mark.
foot.
Oh my God, she sucks.
There is the scrape on his foot.
That's from track.
And
his shoes.
Well.
Those are
I ran cross country and I never had a mark on my foot looking like someone ran over me. This lady is so dumb. Look at her freaking face. She's making me so mad.
He has blood on his sock from it.
Those are from his new shoes that he just
And his
wore.
shoe is crushed.
Let me see the crushed shoe.
Right there. There's a crease
Let me
on
see the
shoe
crushed
right there.
shoe. I don't believe you.
How much did you have to drink today?
I haven't.
Not a drop.
A substantial
So if I
amount.
bring a PBT here, you'll have nothing in your system.
And I'm not doing shit with you guys. I'm done.
If you're not drunk, do the test. Do the
You
breathalyzer.
can't walk away from me now.
You know what?
Judy.
I can. You guys have done nothing with him who's abused me over and over.
I'm so abused.
Now. You could run your mouth about every other thing that happened. I'm dealing with now.
Irrelevant.
You called me here for now.
I called you because he's out of control.
Hey, I'm here. He's
You're out of control.
You're the one that's running your mouth.
Yeah.
Come here. He got out of the car. He went back here. I said, get out of the car.
Damn, he got run over by a 4Runner. That sucks, bro.
And he said, no. You. I wasn't even going to go there. And I started to roll back. So I could very
She's
well
slurring.
not have hit his foot unless I went back all this way. So that's bullshit. You're telling me I ran over his foot.
I'm telling you,
I did
you
not
admitted
run
to-
over his foot.
Does it make sense to back up with somebody
He just
in the
pissed me
door?
off.
Okay.
It didn't hurt him. And you know that.
What was in there?
Huh?
What was so important to keep him out of there?
He was being an asshole. I got pissed off. If somebody throws shit at you,
All right, I'm going to ask you again because you're slurring a ton.
I couldn't imagine living with this woman.
I'm going to bring a PBT here, and I'm going to see because
Nope.
you have been drinking.
no, you have not, and I'm not doing your PPT.
You clearly have been.
You are sticking up for this kid.
No, I'm not sticking up. I'm sticking up for what happened.
It sounds like someone needs to stick up for this kid because this woman is deranged.
I'm going to get the video from across the street.
Go for it. Facts are not doing this to me.
Doing what to you?
Telling me I have to take a blood alcohol? Are you kidding?
Blowing a
Are you gonna
machine.
slap
Tell
the
me
cop
that you got
next?
nothing in your system.
Exactly.
If you have nothing in your
About
system.
what I've done?
No, I don't because I smell it on you.
She's hiding it.
I absolutely do. Are you on your way out here? In his face. Ma'am, where are you going?
The fuck?
Boy, she is just
She's
completely
gonna
nonchalant.
run over the cop
In the
next.
garage.
Watch her try to close the door. Yeah, get her.
All right.
In my garage.
It's going to be so satisfying.
Come out here.
I don't have to. You touch
Ma'am?
me.
Get her.
Listen to me now.
Get her.
I'm trying to talk to you and you're acting like this.
Are you
Quit running away from me when I'm trying to do an investigation.
Anything. How
Appropriate amount of anger from the cop, honestly. Appropriate amount of anger. This woman is fucking insufferable. Honestly, I would have probably lost it a little bit earlier. I mean, I don't know. Like at work, like I deal with some like really maddening like things at work at the prison. But like, yeah. And so I'm actually usually pretty cool about stuff like it, you know, but I don't deal with people like this. I deal with like a bunch of men, like, so it's just like a little different, but like I don't deal with a lot of older people in about this age group, but like this woman is really starting she's infuriating. This is an appropriate amount of anger from the cop, honestly.
Quit. No. Stay here.
She's so entitled. She's so entitled.
Run away from me again.
on me. I haven't done one thing.
I'm trying to do an investigation.
No, you're
I
not.
smell alcohol on you.
I don't care what you
And I
think.
can't confirm this.
You know what? You touched me again.
What are you gonna do?
No.
What are you gonna do?
Right now.
On my property.
Call the cops?
You're not going any further.
I'm going to my house to go
You're
to the
staying out
bathroom.
here.
No, I'm not.
you're staying here.
How can you tell me I have to stay?
Because they're the cops.
I'm not.
Lawful order, lady.
Where did I get all
The neighbor.
I don't know if you
Holy
understand
shit! The neighbor even came over and was like, "Take a deep breath, Judy. Like, you're doing it again." Like, she's like, "Oh God, Judy's popping off again." I have a feeling this lady's probably been a problem for a while.
that well, ma'am.
I do understand, but I don't understand the harassment you're giving
No,
me.
you're not.
Oh, it's
listening to the
harassment.
police
She's
right
so
now, and we're part of the
abused.
Investigation. Do you have police background?
My husband's in law enforcement.
Okay.
Ah,
Then give
see,
her
there
some
you go.
guidance here because she's not following instructions very well at all.
Off camera, Judy agreed to a field sobriety test, which
And?
officers report she failed, leading to this moment.
Be on your back. You're under arrest.
Get her.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you.
Get her.
Yes. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
Get her.
Keep that going.
Proud the arm.
Oh, it's so satisfying, karma.
For obstructing me in my investigation, first and foremost.
Being drunk and
All
driving.
right. For domestic battery.
Yep, running over your grandson, hitting
I'm telling
him.
you don't have to agree. I'm telling you.
What's domestic battery?
Back at the station, Judy attempted 6 breath tests.
6?
Officers noted she was sucking instead of blowing.
Oh, of
She
course.
refused to provide a blood or urine sample, and she was charged with 2 counts of domestic battery, a DUI charge, and resisting or obstructing an officer. She's due in court this month for these charges, so make sure you subscribe and I'll post
Holy
an update.
shit. She has to be one of the most infuriating people that I've watched on body cam in a while. Like, she sucks. This lady sucks. Oh my God. And you know what's funny is, like, I just noticed there's just like a certain group of people who are just like this. And it's like everybody else is abusing them. Everyone else is slighting them. They're such a victim. It's everybody else, but they're actually the problem. And they just like refuse to see how they're the problem. And like, it's crazy. These people are crazy. Hi, Badger. Hi. Yeah, that was crazy. That lady was insane. Let's see. What other videos do I have on here? I have a couple of really good ones. Oh, I think this will be a good one. This one, I have another body cam video. Let's see. What's this one? Girlfriend beater loses it mid-flight. Oh, God, the plane. Like I said, I usually don't care. Hold on.
$40,000 in debt using
Shut up.
I realized women everywhere.
These ads are crazy. So, I don't usually care about like people getting kicked off a plane because it happens all the time. But there have been some pretty good ones lately. So let's get this going. We'll watch a couple more and then I'm going to go. I have some music to listen to for you guys to some music reaction videos to do tonight that I'm going to try to have out hopefully by tomorrow. So we'll do this, and then I'll get to work on those, and then I'm going to try to go live again hopefully tomorrow, find more stuff to talk about. And if you guys are liking these lives, please subscribe. I'd love you forever. And like the live if you could. Yeah, and let's just go ahead and watch this one and kind of just keep rolling. Let's see what's going on in this one.
Flight turned chaotic when a couple's heated argument took a dark turn midair. Passengers nearby reported raised voices and mounting tension, but things truly escalated when the man allegedly became physical. Flight attendants rushed to intervene only for the man to lash out, getting in their faces and shouting as panic spread through the cabin. An off-duty officer among the passengers jumped in to help contain the situation, holding the man down as the plane descended. When it finally landed, officers were waiting, and what should have been a routine arrival quickly turned into a scene no one on board would forget.
Oh, I got loud. Holy cow.
Okay, tell us what's going on.
Okay, so we got domestic disturbance, male, female, domestic disturbance. They've been transferred to
loud.
and asking him to be compliant, wouldn't, and then they try to restrain him, and then of course we got physical flight attendants.
Okay.
And then we have a law enforcement officer who's on board as well that provided assistance.
Okay. Is he a fan or is he?
No, he's just like an off-duty law enforcement officer.
Okay.
And we have the partner, the domestic partner, female partner, who may have some distress and some injuries.
He was physically
Yo!
they were traveling together, and then when the flight attendant stopped and made sure she was okay, he physically,
like bucked up to him.
There's one female, the male that's constrained, he has the restraints on.
Okay. Why don't you get everyone off the airplane and we'll deal with them.
Everybody
Is there
up
anybody
there. We'd like to get some patient. Okay,
you're gonna wait.
Well, usually we the patient.
Okay, you're gonna wait.
Okay, so
you're gonna wait.
She's okay.
Let's get everyone off. Let's get everyone off.
Oh, there's like paramedics waiting or whatever.
Okay. We're gonna wait. Are you guys needing an aisle chair?
Just chill.
she is an aisle chair, but she came on
Without an aisle chair?
yeah, without one.
Okay, so is she
What?
gonna get off without one? Or?
An aisle chair. What's that? It's like a wheelchair type of thing.
You can weave in and out if you want to. Or like behind the curtain in the back.
Okay, you said there was a cop to help you guys out?
Yeah, you guys.
That's what they said.
I'm not sure. I'm not that there. I knew Brooks Cardman.
Okay, well, we're gonna want to talk to him.
I was gonna say, like, if he's law enforcement, it's likely he didn't leave because he knows he's gonna have to make a statement, like a witness statement. Flight attendants should get paid more.
Yes. So where do we think this happened? Where were you in flight?
On Maine. We were descending. We were maybe 5,000 feet from the ground.
Really? Here?
Bye. Here. Bye.
Have a better day.
Have a better day. Yeah. Most interesting flight ever.
Lucky, chill out, dude.
Bro,
let me breathe.
you're being a menace.
What's really going on?
Okay, buddy. I'm Officer Summersdorf. Why don't you do me a favor and I'm gonna pull you up so you can get on your knees, okay?
Surgery on his right shoulder. He said he just had surgery on his right shoulder.
Okay.
I'm not dead. Yeah, still.
Okay, can you sit up?
Get all of it.
Okay, they can get you freaking long cuffs or double cuff. I don't know.
All right. Hey.
Oh my god, at the this happens at the prison all the time too. Like whenever you put on cuffs on someone, like they could be the biggest, toughest dude ever, and then they will start freaking crying or be like, "Oh, oh, oh," or like suddenly they have a problem with their shoulder or something, and I'm like, cool, we'll get double cuffs on you. Well, then they're too tight. Okay, well, I can fit 2 fingers in there, or a finger in there, so it's always like something. It's always just like, oh my god, grow up, you're fine.
Relax.
Your arm hasn't fallen off yet. You're good.
Bro, he pulling my arm and
Oh God! Someone please get him a tissue. Oh my God!
Okay.
Was he crying?
Okay. Do you want to get off the plane?
Was he crying?
Okay. Do you want to get off the plane?
Yeah, but that.
Why is his nose running so bad?
Okay. We're gonna talk to the paramedics.
But you hitting that girl didn't hurt her? Like, shut up. Is he drunk? Like, what is his deal? Oh my God. I'm about to quit YouTube. Seriously, this is craziness.
Yeah, just relax.
Bro, so why y'all do that, bro? I mean, why y'all did that?
Do what?
What do they do?
Y'all could just wipe my nose before y'all walk me outside. My nose.
We're gonna
Maybe.
talk to the paramedics. They're gonna be able to do whatever they gotta do with you.
Bro, why y'all do that, bro?
It's everyone else's fault. Everyone else's fault that you're in trouble.
My name's Joshua.
Joshua? Okay, I'm Tom. Joshua, keep on going.
They're being really nice to you.
We're trying to get you to the paramedics, okay?
This cop is being so nice.
How are we treating you? We're trying to get the paramedics.
They're being so nice to him.
Okay, to the left. To the left.
This guy has problems.
Joshua, relax. Can we borrow your wheelchair?
Fatty, chill. What the fuck? What's that have to do with anything? A caveman.
Sit down. Okay, relax. Okay, relax. Relax.
I'm an American citizen. Yes, I am. Jesus Christ. What's that have to do with anything?
You want to talk to the paramedic?
I'm an American citizen, right?
Is he on some... He's kind of got K2 eyes going on. If you've ever seen someone on Spice or K2, which by the way, like we have the craziest shit that has happened like at the prison, like personally for me that I've dealt with, the person was on K2. Like, that shit makes people fucking crazy. I don't know. He just kind of has, like, the K2 eyes where, like, their pupils are, like, super, super, super big. But I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what it reminds me of. Is he drunk? Like,
I have no idea if you are or not. I'm accepting that you are.
Is he crying?
Yeah, I do. And I'm an American citizen.
Over. I don't want you to hurt.
No, this is the type of person that like ends up down in the hole, down in seg, and like they're just constantly coming back down to me in segregation because they keep like, they're just always on one. They're always acting up. They're always on one. Like this is what this reminds me of.
Are you guys ready to talk to him? Turn him around here. I don't know that he's gonna care, so he's gonna get in the, we might be getting in a car.
How would they know?
Joshua, you're entitled to medical help.
My arm hurt because.
Okay.
Well, there's the paramedics.
Want us to check you out? Am I an American citizen, bro?
Yes, you are.
He's on something.
You want to talk to them?
That's all I want to know. Yeah, I'm an American citizen, bro.
Do you want to talk to the paramedics or?
Yes. You want us to shoot you? Yes. Alright, you want us to check you out for it? Yes, bro. My arm.
But that doesn't mean you're gonna get out of trouble.
I think it'd be better to do it here. Right?
That doesn't mean you're gonna get out of trouble.
They're gonna do your blood pressure, check to make sure you're okay.
I'm gonna put this on your arm. It's a blood pressure medical, okay?
He's gonna complain about that too. Watch.
What you mean, bro?
He's on something. Where are you going? Where you going, bud? Ugh. This is like giving me flashbacks to the prison. This is like giving me flashbacks to work. Like one time we had a guy who was cuffed, and I think we were like walking him to showers or something. And it's like a locked cell house. So like they're not getting out. Like, control's not letting him out. And the dude just, like, takes off on the other officer, and we're watching him run up, like, on the top run. And I went, where are you going? He goes, I don't know. And then he just walked back to his cell. I was like, you're handcuffed and you're in a locked cell. Where are you going to go? Like, where did this guy think he was going? That's funny.
Just like you, bro. I'm human, just like you. Yeah, well, you're not acting human right now.
You're acting crazy.
Okay? You're not acting right. Tell me how. Tell me how. Right?
Yeah, there's something off.
Tell me how. Behavior shot. Tell me how. And I'll shoot you on you. Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me how.
He's on something. That cop is just like, God. Orlando. I should have known this was Orlando. I fly into Orlando a lot. It always makes you think of the Book of Mormon. Orlando, I love ya. SeaWorld and Disney and Putt Putt golfing. That's such a great musical. Such a good one.
Hey man, little poke on your face.
He's on something.
Wait for that, yeah. Look at him, bro. Yeah, wait for that. Joshua, what city are you in? You flew from Philadelphia. Where are you now? Well, I don't know.
Does he have him by the dreads?
I will. This father's gonna be the only thing that's questions.
Okay, do you need him for anything else?
He's on something. There's like something going on. Like he's not coherent. Like he's not making sense. He's not following any questions. Maybe he probably has warrants like a motherfucker. Let's see.
We don't want to take him down the stairs. Unfortunately, we have to take him to an elevator.
How does this work if you fly into somewhere, like let's say he's not from Orlando, like he's from Philadelphia or something, and you get like arrested off of the plane in a different city? Do they actually like? I mean, your charges are probably in the city you got arrested in, so you're just stuck in jail in another city. Like, that's just, like, be smart. Like, don't be a dumbass and do shit on a plane, especially if you're, like, crossing state lines and stuff, because, like, that's just gonna put you in a whole world of mess. You're not gonna go back home unless you bond out, but, like, or he has charges in a different state and they extradite him. I don't know how that works.
Let's see. Jay, Joshua, let's get on.
I fuck with it, bro.
Yep, we're gonna take you down. Put your feet on there. Put your feet on.
there.
Hey!
Can you just wait a couple minutes?
Oh yeah.
Let's just get some information first. Do you have your ID?
I'm cold. That's the girl. Girl, get away from him. You could do so much better. You're too pretty for him.
Do you guys live together? No.
You deserve better.
No. How long have you guys been dating? 3 years.
Damn, girl, get out of there.
Any kids together? No.
No? Get out of there. You can get away, girl. Do it.
On the flight here. Okay. Well, just describe to me how it got out. I remember I wasn't here, okay? So just...
He was just like singing whatever to himself. And
He's on something.
Pushing me around.
Was he sitting next to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him to stop, but he just kept going.
Okay. Where was he pushing you?
Like around here.
175 to 190 Alpha. Are you okay? Okay. Are you injured in any way? No. Has this ever happened before?
No.
I'm assuming it has.
So you never have had to have the police involved or anything?
In 3 years, this is the first time he did this? Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
You're traveling with him?
I don't know.
Okay, her sister. Okay.
I feel like she's trying to protect him or something. I don't know.
You have your ID? Were you sitting here for the whole thing?
I was sitting at the window.
Okay, so you were in the same row?
Yes. I was sleeping the whole time.
Okay.
I felt him like kind of moving her around, and so that woke me up. And I just saw him like she said, poking her in the head.
Okay.
And then
And then did somebody stop it? I mean, what happened?
Yeah, like soon after the attending came and everything else happened.
Huh? What was everything else? What?
He grabbing, doing that for a while. Yeah.
I guess they were just watching just to see if it would escalate or not. But then that's when the flight attendant came and told him to stop.
Okay. Well, how long ago was this where you were flying?
Yeah, probably like 20 minutes.
They said it was before they were like on the ground, so obviously.
Just hang out for me, okay? Now, we'll be able to tell you a little further what is going to happen. Okay, so just hang out. May have you write on paper what happened. So, what all transpired when you were involved?
We hit descent. We hit about maybe 8,000 feet or so. Chime already went off. Gentleman sitting in the aisle right here with a female. We already had not an encounter, but during the boarding process, he made a real like awkward, situation, yelling at her about what line they're in.
He's on something.
Flight the entire time was fine. All he had was 2 jabs during a 2.5-hour flight.
There's something else going on.
He on the descent, everything was fine, cool the entire time, sleeping most of the time, just chilling. He starts going like, this is the girl's neck, and I'm in the middle. I kept going like this. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just massaging her, kind of getting all like snooty with her, like, okay, cuddly or whatever. And then he kind of grabbed her, and then was yelling at her in the ear again, like mouth to ear. And she had her hoodie on. She's already hunched over. And then I'm like, put my ear over just to hear what's going on. She's crying.
Good for him for being observant.
Had a couple of hits. That's when I grabbed his wrist. I'm like,
good for you. Good for you.
Right. And then he's like, get the back. And he just came with the other arm, and that's when I grabbed the other wrist. At that point, I had a jumpsuiter back here.
Good for this flight attendant for being observant and also like stepping in when he noticed that something was going on, something was wrong. Also, pay this man more, please. Flight attendants do not get paid enough for the shit they put up with.
Yelled for him. Other jumpsuiter up there saw what's going on after I'm trying to keep him down. Try to calm it down. It was already past that point. He's off duty. He works the corrections.
And good for him. Oh.
At that point.
Honestly, though, like, I don't know. I feel like, first of all, good for you, CO. But also, like, I'd be like, I am not at work. I am not under the Secretary of Corrections at this moment. But also, like, if I saw someone, like, putting their hands on a woman, yeah, I would have to do something. But good for this CO. Yeah, good for him. Proud of you, brother. Hold that thin silver line. But yeah, good for him for stepping up and helping her. Good for both of them. Good for both of them.
Let me go. I'm like, you need to sit down, relax, calm down, buckle up. We're going to get on the ground in a second.
My fellow CO.
Grabbing the hell out of my wrist, like kind of scratching it. And then right before that point, I was going to have them, he started lunging, and that's that point where I said, grab the straps. And then because he was going, he threw right at me. He was going like, at you.
Bucking up on you.
Next thing you know, we had him in the straps. He's still tossing on. He's with me. We're probably at 3,000 feet now. We're getting low. It's going to get bumpy. Had a gentleman in the last row in the aisle here to switch because I didn't want him sitting next to the domestic. And then at that point, he just got out of control. And that's when we just took him down, brought him back here, moved the chair, sat back here.
The noise is annoying.
The entire time. Kept easy pressure off him. Complaining, threatening us, and families, swearing up the storm.
Goodness.
Just everything in the book.
What a mess.
Just tensing.
What a mess.
Alright, so what's your name?
Trevor. TREVOR.
Good job, Trevor.
Let me guess. You're thinking
this is crazy. I'm so glad you guys are seeing how bad these ads are. Like this is bad. Like bad. Okay.
Swinging on him. Yeah, so I heard the noise. They were back here, trying to get control of him. At some point, I got up because I felt like the guy.
Good for you.
He kept escalating. Right. Came back and just took hold of him, helped them eventually bring him back. We laid him down.
There's one thing that we know how to do. It's restrain unruly people.
yeah, just help him.
So you're good with writing a statement for us?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll get you the case.
Good for you.
If you need it or okay, no worries.
Hey, see you.
Double check and we'll get them off here in a second. I think everybody left. Now, do you guys have somebody picking you up, or are you guys renting a car, or okay, Uber? Okay, it really shouldn't be too much longer, okay? But you are okay.
This cop is really nice.
Joshua, relax. Keep your feet on there.
Daddy, chill. Chill, Joshua.
What's the matter, Joshua?
Okay, as soon as we get you in the car, we'll get these off you. There's not anything happening about letting you go right now. You kind of made your bed about...
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
I can at least apologize to him, bro. Please.
Apologize to who?
Him.
Who's him?
Yeah, apologize to him. Apologize to him.
Alright, let me go.
Maybe apologize to your girlfriend.
You don't need to be let go to apologize.
It's not going to get you out of it.
Apologize. Go ahead. I don't know. Is there something preventing your lips from moving?
No, I just want to shake his hand.
Who?
I don't know if that's going to happen.
He wants out of the cuffs.
Alright, James, or Joshua, can you stand up?
He's doing everything he can to try to get out of this.
Okay, apologize.
Bro, let me shake his hand.
He's going to shake your hand.
Bro, he's not scared, bro. Y'all
Joshua.
Yeah, so scared of you.
my hand, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Joshua, have a seat.
I'm sorry.
Why is he apologizing to that random cop? Like, what the fuck?
Can I always shake my hand now?
I'll shake your hand.
He's on something. He's on something.
That's the nigga I'm trying to apologize to. I'm your OG.
Ah, oh, gee, this guy is on crazy. He's difficult. You can tell this guy's just difficult.
Alright, Joshua.
What is he doing? Oh, here we go.
Come on over here so I can wipe your face. I can't hear you. I can't hear you when you're whispering like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're going to take them off. I can't take you in there with those.
I know this act well.
Okay, come on over here. Careful. Careful.
I always know we're going to have a big problem when they just like suddenly get quiet and start whispering. I'm like, oh, here we go. I had one inmate. He actually ended up like in his cell one time, but well, there was only one last time, but he had like stuff like that was seriously wrong. And I was walking, he was a big guy, and I'm walking into showers, and like we've always been chill. Like I have a good rapport with everyone in my cell house. Like I don't really usually have problems. And this guy was like, oh, how are you? And I was like, oh, great. Let's go to showers. And I was like getting his sizes for his shirts and things that he needed, do you need a razor, things like that. And he just stops and he just like stares, and then he just starts talking quietly to himself. And I'm like, yep, time to go back. Like, I just know, because he would just start talking about like Neanderthals and stuff. And I'm like, it's time to go back to your cell. I think if I let this go on and I put you in that shower, we're not going to be able to get you out. It's like, you're going to like start, he's just going to snap. So I always know when someone like starts talking really quietly, or they start whispering or like talking about like really weird shit, the like shit's about to pop off. So it's time to like de-escalate like now, like, cause they're about to become unhinged. So yeah, that's always like a warning sign to me. Oh, there he goes. He's got his like foot up and oh jeez.
Let me step up.
You ready for me to wipe it?
He's like, I've been ready.
Cool now, bro. I'm cool now.
You good?
All right. Okay. Well, maybe he's about to chill. Maybe he's chilling out. You're tweaking out. That's what I'm saying. He was tweaking on something.
Yeah. What was up with that? Had you been drinking?
Starting to come to his senses a little bit. Holy shit, you guys, I'm gonna have to get premium. This is like actually like unbearable. This is almost unwatchable. Like,
Something?
I'm drinking, but I don't know. I just feel like
you were drinking?
and a lot of times, like, I'll have dudes freak out like he did, and then they'll come back to me like some hours later, be like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was tweaking. I was freaking. I'm sorry. I was on one. One guy was like, yeah, I was on a lot of meth, and I'm like, I could tell. I don't know how you got it. We're gonna find out, but they'll come back and be like, yo, I'm sorry, Miss C. I'm sorry. I'm like, I mean, okay.
Airplane gave you, or did you bring something extra?
No, I didn't. That's an airplane.
What do you mean you're tweaking though?
Okay, come over here and stand right here. You're gonna have to face that way. Just face there. They're gonna come in a second.
This cop is really nice.
You got anything on you I need to know about? Think you want to take these off before I put them on, or you? Hey, Josh, I'm gonna
That's
stick
generally
these
how
on.
I am
These
too.
on
Like,
just for a
there's
few
no
minutes.
reason to be mean.
We gotta stick these on, and then we'll take we'll cut off the
Unless I have to be firm.
zip ties that you got on.
Open your hand for me.
He's like definitely calmed down a lot.
All right.
There's something going on. He was on
He's gonna
something.
be disorderly conduct from the airport. Hey, Josh, I'm gonna explain to you what they're gonna do.
It's like it's a misdemeanor, I think, right?
She's gonna talk to you real quick. Try and be respectful.
Yeah, he's like a totally different person now. It's crazy.
Disorderly conduct.
You are now.
So far, I might have domestic. I'm waiting on information.
He's rolling his eyes. See, like, he's tolerable. He's able. He's being like normal now. Like, he was on something. It's not an excuse, but he was on something.
He got into a scuffle on the airplane. There was a law enforcement officer.
We're going up.
He got into some kind of dispute with a girl. Who? Do you want to tell me anything about that? Careful, careful. I don't want that thing pinching your toes.
Yeah, those doors will get you. I had my acrylic nail got ripped off. Well, it wasn't a cell door, but like these doors will get you. You gotta be careful.
Okay, do me a favor. Pick out a seat. Have a seat right over there.
Huh.
As soon as I get the paperwork done, we'll get you to a bathroom.
Upon landing, officers boarded the plane and took the man into custody without further incident. Witnesses confirmed the man had become physically aggressive during the altercation and verbally hostile toward flight staff who tried to intervene. After a brief investigation, the suspect
It's like a
was
totally
placed
different
under arrest
person
and
after he
charged
calmed
with
down.
disorderly conduct. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Damn, I wanted to know if they did like a drug test on him or something. I want to know if he was on something, but that's usually kind of like what it is. Okay, well, that was fun. That was fun, guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was on something.
That's right, Badger. That's true. Both your parents are corrections officers, so you got good discernment. But yeah, okay, well, that was fun, guys. Thanks for spending the evening with me and Badger. Hi, cute. Oh my gosh, can I show them this?
Yeah.
Badger's so artistic, you guys. Do you see this? Badger, you're so talented. She's my little artist. I'm so proud of you. You're so good at stuff. I love you so much. But yeah, okay, guys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go work on some music reactions for you guys. Don't forget to like this live before I go. Subscribe if you guys liked this content, and if you want to see some reaction content, subscribe and check out my my videos that are not lives, you know what I mean. And I'll try to come back tomorrow. I have dialysis tomorrow, and then I have a procedure on Tuesday. I have a couple, and then I have a dentist appointment on Thursday. So I'll try to come back tomorrow. Try to get some time in Wednesday if I'm feeling up to it after this procedure for dialysis. But yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do lives more often. Hopefully, you know, I find enough stuff for us to watch. I'm sure I will. And yeah, thanks for spending the day with me today, guys. Happy Sunday. I will just catch you guys in the next one, and yeah, I will just see you later.